Competitive electronic video gaming is the best way to put it. But then people hear sports, they think athletes, they think competitors, and guess what? All the performers, all of the athletes that you're going to see on the screen today, they absolutely are athletes.
Yeah, so it's just like, let's say Olympics or football, except that you do it in video games. So basically, these people are playing games for money, for competitive integrity. They want to win, they want to achieve results, they want to be like huge in this field. So esports are basically, just as my man Max just said, it's basically competitive integrity that is placed into gaming. We all have sons and daughters and brothers and sisters that play games, okay? And you're like, you're playing, you're wasting your time, but this is not the case anymore. Because esports have been receiving some very, very nice growth lately in the field, and there are so many tournaments for so many games. What we're about to be commentating on, it's one of these games, which is Rocket League. But esports are definitely huge.
Yeah, it is absolutely. And also, it should be worth noting, as great as it is to see all these people here live today, also a special shout out to everyone watching over there online as soon as you can see me. Trust me, I'm waving at you right now. There we go. Hello. Hi, everybody. Yeah, we are streaming this one live online. I saw in the pre-show we already had a couple hundred watching. That number's only going to be going up. One of the crazy things about esports is that all of this is done digitally online, and it's just views up to the thousands. Unfortunately, I think the people online saw a few backs right now, but don't worry, I see you guys. Hello.
A huge shout out to everybody who's watching from their home, and also a huge shout out to everybody that is right here. And one more time, before we begin going into the first match, everyone in the Australian Pavilion, make some noise!
Woo!
That's more like
there we go.
I like the spirit already. I like the spirit. See? Okay, so the first time they were like, woo. The second time they were like, woo. Okay.
Yeah, just think when we get to the finals how loud it's going to get. I think that's when things are going to get extra special. But as we stand right now, Rocket League. So we've mentioned this game a couple times. Bit of the nitty-gritties of what this game is. Essentially, think futsal. Not football, futsal. You know that indoor soccer where like everything is high-paced, super fast action? Well, that's what this is going to be, but instead of people, it's going to be cars. And I also believe we have a bit of a video to kind of explain it a bit better.
Of course, we have a video that is going to be explaining for everybody right here that got drifted a little bit of what esports are or what Rocket League is. And also, one more time, we're not just doing this here. There's also people watching us from their home. So hello and welcome to everybody that just entered the stream. Hope you guys are having a good watch. We would like to have you right here in the Dubai Expo, but it's fine. If you didn't make it here, we hope you enjoyed the stream. And we're going to be having a video, as my man Max said, that explains further info about what Rocket League and esports are.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, but it's not with the video. Surprise, we're actually going straight to the games now. So, yeah.
All right.
I hope my explanation was good enough before, but we're going to be going straight into our first matchup. Now, this is an exhibition game between two of the best teams within the MENA region. MENA standing for Middle East North Africa. It is going to be between Sandrock Gaming as well as Falcon Esports. As we take a look right there, the orange team, that is Falcon. The team in blue is Sandrock Gaming. Now, just to quickly, I know we don't have the sound audio right now, so like we're just gonna have to pretend that the cars are just making big, loud vroom vroom noises. Usually it's a very audio experience. Yeah, exactly that. Quick history into the teams though. Sandrock Gaming right now, to say they are the best team within the Middle East is actually a complete understatement. This team has won every single regional tournament for the past 2.5 years.
Exactly. Sandrock are one of the most amazing teams in the region and definitely one of the most, well, let's say one of the top teams in the international stage of Rocket League. And again, esports have been going on for this game for quite a few years right now. So they've made a statement, they've proven themselves as one of the best teams so far. And as far as I know from Max, these teams, they're definitely right here to make some money because we got a huge prize pool for all of these people. How much is it?
10,000 dirham is the prize pool for this showcase right now. And that's going to be split between the two winners of these matches. So this is game one of a best of 5, and we're going to get more into the calling of the action soon. Don't worry. Actually, that was a good little shot coming from Twids right there. But yeah, so what's happening right now is a best of 5. This is game one. Each game 5 minutes long. The winner of this matchup will then go on to face the winner of the Oceania matchup, and then there'll be a best of 3 showcase at the end of the evening. So I think that's enough of the groundwork right now. This match has been going on. No one scored yet, thank goodness, while we've been doing our homework, but at the moment it looks like that's going to be the first goal. It's going to come from SMW from Falcon.
Okay, guess which is that? When I speak of the devil? Okay, here it is. You were just saying that nobody scored, and immediately right here, a beautiful goal is going to be coming from Team Falcons right now. A beautiful scoring by someone. So, again, we're speaking right now that this is a best-of-5 series, so this is only the first match. We're only getting started. And whoever gets more goals wins in this game, and then the second game and the third game, and we might be going to a fourth and a fifth if the opposing team, of course, manages to, let's say, come back in the series. But until now, apparently, Falcons have a great start.
Yeah, this is actually a fantastic start, and the fact that it was scored by a player not named Twiz is actually a little bit surprising. So on Falcon Esports, the player that I want everyone to pay attention to is Twiz. Mechanically, which means his ability to control the car like live on the spot, is phenomenal. One of the best in the world, and a lot of times Falcon will set him up and say, that's a setup to Ahmed, and we have a tie ball game already.
A tie already. Okay, Sandrock's definitely setting up a statement that is not going to be a one-sided match. It's not going to be a one-sided game, but a beautiful score right here from Ahmed from Team Sandrocks, making it a tie, 1-1 so far. And the synergy between the players and the teams so far, I can tell that it definitely exists. Okay, they're not yet heated up enough, but as the game goes on and as the match goes on, you can definitely tell that they're up into action.
Yeah, I mean, for the people who saw like the gameplay that was happening before when it was the bots, now compare that to what we're seeing right here. What we saw right there before was an attempt of a flip reset. At the moment, though, the Falcons are back on defense. Ahmed shows us what a reset is right there. That's when four wheels touch the ball in the air, giving you an extra flip, allowing you to hit the ball again. To pull off a move like that takes about, I'd say, 6 months to a year of practice.
A lot of practice. But again, as we explained, these teams are the best in the region, one of the best internationally as well. So they know what they're doing. And right here was almost another goal to be scored by Team Falcons. But basically, okay, Ahmed has already, as you said, put Twiz outside, let's say, fight for quite a few seconds right now, but he will shortly be back.
Yeah, he will be. I imagine right now the Falcons are going to be looking to score off this setup. Watch for the pass off the backboard. TWZ underneath. Didn't feel confident enough to take that shot, so Venom will have a peek. And actually is forced on the back foot. Now, Venom is an interesting player. He's only been included on the Falcons lineup within the past month or so. After a bit of unfortunate results happening at the end of last year. His role is kind of more of the goalkeeper role. He'll be more of the defender, but as that new addition, you want to see that synergy shot right there from Sandrock. Almost goes in. Another pass across the middle, but no one's there.
Yeah, exactly. That was such a beautiful pass. But again, Team Sandrock is putting up a lot of pressure against Falcons right here in the middle because it's a tie. They only want one more goal. They don't want to be greedy. They just want to score one more in order to let the win go away and slip from the hands of Team Falcons. And as you said, the passes that the players have been doing are amazing. But now would be such a very good time for Sandrocks.
They need it.
They already let one of Falcons' teams go outside of the fight. But again, he's already back.
Yeah, as we can see right there, that was Twiz actually cheating very far forward. It's not going to be able to find the goal now. I'm sure people are noticing, hey, there's only a minute left. The game is still tied. If the game remains tied when that clock hits 0, it does turn into sudden death overtime. Golden goal. So there are no ties in Rocket League. We are going to have a winner. 1 minute remaining in regulation. Again, only game 1 in our series, so players still warming up, but Ahmed felt pretty good. Venom felt a little bit better on defense right now. Another setup coming from Sandrock, but again, Falcon, their defense has been low-key very impressive so far in this game.
Yeah, they're not going that much on offense. As you said, they're mainly focused on defense right now, and they've been doing a great job at it. As you said, their goalkeeping skills are extremely good right now, but again, it's only 30 seconds that sets that away from an overtime. And if I know one thing about Rocket League is that nobody loves to play Thunderness, because it puts you at a lot of pressure, and you don't want to see that happen. So just one goal is all you need right now. You don't want to go
next goal wins this game, I dare say, and that's what they're going to be looking for, a chance from K, but the shot was a little bit wide to the left. We are going to see, though, Sandrock look to shut it down in the middle of the field. TRK trying to play it through the corner. K will go up, but cannot get it past SMW. Ahmed as well loses possession. 5 seconds remaining. A chance for a goal at the end of regulation, perhaps. If the ball hits the ground, overtime officially starts. We come off the backboard. Doesn't look like anyone's underneath. K keeps it alive. TKR misses. And we have overtime in our first game.
First game, and it's already overtime. If that tells you one thing, it tells you that these two teams are exceptionally close right here. There's no skill gap that is way too groundbreaking. So that's good. We're watching a game that is not one-sided. We're watching a game that is very, very close between two teams. And right now, it's only one goal that one team needs to take us to game 2 with a pretty much nice victory on their first game in the best-of-5 series.
And I have to admit, it would be amazing if Falcon could get this game. But they're going to SMW.
Okay. Speak of the devil.
They needed it, right? They are the underdogs. And considerable underdogs. I think throughout the current RLCS season, so we're talking all the way back till September, August even, Falcons have not been able to win a complete series against Sandrock Gaming. So to start this best-of-5 off with the victory right here, I think it's massive for the squad.
Exactly, and also the fact that both of the goals were scored by one person. SMW, he's pretty much nicely, insanely good, putting himself right there one more time. But Falcons start with a nice start.
Yeah, this is a fantastic start for the Falcons, especially considering that they're forced on defense for a majority of that game. Now, Rocket League is a very momentum-based game, so more often than not, there'll be a team on the attack for about 60 to 65% of a game, where the other team just kind of sits back, waits for a mistake in the rotation, which is essentially the constant positioning, and then they'll look for a fast counterattack. Falcons didn't get many opportunities for counterattacks in this game. There was maybe only a handful, but what they did well was they made them count. And that's how come they were able to find that first victory. And if that kind of consistency for them continues, they might win this series yet.
Exactly. It's a high-risk, high-reward movement if you want to focus more on attack more than the defense, because that would essentially get you more goals. But again, as Max just said, if you're focused a little bit more on defense and you just wait for that one mistake, that one play where you go for the counter play and just abuse the fact that they did not get the rotation correctly, this is what Falcons have just done. And they used the Sandrock aggression against them.
And it's surprising, too, because Sandrock is known as one of the most consistent teams, not just within the MENA region, but within the world. Like, it should be worth noting, this Sandrock Gaming squad, there was an international event that happened in Sweden a month ago, the first international Rocket League event in over 2 years. They finished in the top 8. They are a world-class team right now, and they're kind of like the underdog of the entire planet, essentially, because as a region, MENA, still very new to Rocket League. This is the first year that realistically they've been able to compete on a global scale and kind of be recognized. And the fact that they're having teams finish in the top 8 is so impressive. And it's interesting because Sandrock Gaming, they're usually the underdogs. Today, they're actually our favorites.
Exactly. And also Falcons definitely have a lot of fans over there as well. But as Max said, again, this is one of the very few times that we get to see global competitions in Rocket League between MENA teams and global teams. And there we go, off to the second match of the best of 5 series between the two teams. Featuring one more time, Team Falcons versus Team
Sandrock Gaming. Here we go. Kay initially looking for a bit of revenge. We'll get that ball to the backboard. Ahmed as well challenged immediately. And I've noticed this from the Falcons. Every time it looks like the blue team Sandrock gets that ball deep into the orange side of the field, there's a defender there looking to disrupt more so than anything else. And one of the biggest issues Sandrock is having is they've been slower to the ball with their offensive rotations. This is a little bit shocking from a team that's normally known for their quickness, so we'll see if that continues moving forward, but I am so impressed with how the Falcons are approaching this game.
Exactly, and the synergy between the players is insane right now. You can see that the passes are definitely on point. They're not letting Team Falcons have any okay, but against the ball right now from Ahmed right off, kicking with a beautiful start right here for Team Sandrock Gaming against Falcons this time.
That is so mean right there, just getting a little dunk underneath. Now, what I mean by dunk is when a defender touches the ball and you have the attacker immediately there to get it past them. That's known in Rocket League as a dunk. And to get a dunk into the goal, it's kind of like basketball, right? He just kind of dunked right over the defender.
Oh, that was very close again from Ahmed as well, playing very aggressively right here. As you said, they mostly rely on having the defense as their playstyle, but this time they're playing very aggressively right now. Starting off with a very beautiful goal by Kay. I think he's trying to get...
That was a good pass.
Yeah, and they're trying to get very aggressive right now. They're not that focused on defense, as you say.
Yeah, I mean, they are very fast, though, to rotate back, though, so that was a pretty safe attack at that stage. But look how far forward Sandrock sets themselves up. They are right in front of that net, waiting for that defensive mistake. Ahmed is going to try to keep that ball horizontal to the goal, tries to wrap himself around it underneath. TKR, though, was not quite fast enough to convert that to a point.
Exactly, and the amount of stalling they do with the ball and, let's say, in front of the goal is very crucial to keep the pressure in front of the players and try to make them rotate, as we said, and try to hunt for that one mistake in the passes. Because again, of course, they have one goal, so they should be focused on defense right now, as he said, but again, when you get another goal, you're farther away from losing, so it's kind of better that you actually still focus as much as you can on attack just to keep the ball away from your own goal as well. So you could be defending, but also sometimes the best defense is offense.
Yeah, absolutely, and that realistically should be the approach Sandrock actually has, because Falcons, stylistically, they like a big open field. They like to be able to sort of play around with the ball, create the space for themselves, and execute in that regards. And something that Sandrock is doing so well is that they're trying to make the field as small as possible. That's how come they're going for all these challenges as close to the wall as they can possibly be. They don't want an open field. They don't want Falcons to show off their mechanical abilities, as they'll go for deep passes like that. They'll go for crazy aerial shots like we just saw them attempt, and eventually they're going to make it work.
Exactly. And right here, 2 minutes and a half just left for this match. All the Sandrock has to do is just to keep the ball away from their goal. and they'll just be winning. You don't have to score 2 goals. You don't have to score 3. You don't have to score 4. You just need to be ahead of your enemy one more time.
Just that golden goal, right?
Just
That's
that golden goal.
all
right
you
there.
need.
You don't need anything more. You just have to be focused that you get the ball away from your goal as much as you can. And Venom once more saves the day for Team Falcons. But again, the ball is still flying high. We got 2 more minutes. Time is ticking right now for him.
And Venom is already proving their worth on this Falcon lineup. I mean, he's only played 1 tournament with them officially so far, where they were able to believe they got a 3rd place finish in the most recent MENA regional, and that was like the first event with him on the squad. Now, Sandrock Gaming did win that event just because they win everything. That's kind of what Sandrock does. Good shot coming from SMW, but not quite going to be there as we see Twiz trying to set up around the corner. But that's the counter-attack, and SMW is lucky to get the save.
A very nice save right now from him. Just the save that was coming from K right now. The ball was just straight ahead of the goal. It was a beautiful shot right now from TRK, I think that had it. Wait, who did that shot? TRK, was it?
Yeah.
I think it was TRK, but it's a beautiful save right now one more time. Team Falcons, they just need 1 goal in order to go to the overtime and perhaps have the time for a comeback. But again, Sandrox, with the amount of pressure that they're putting over the ball right now, they're not letting Falcons have it under any condition.
No, I mean, Sandrock's doing a very good job in just not giving Falcons much space to work with, as K is going to go for a dribble challenge. Actually, it's going to be won by the Falcon side, even though the ball went more towards the orange side of the pitch. That was where Falcons wanted it. As we hit our final minute in regulation, Falcons desperately needs the goal. There we go. Now we get some logos. Now we get some scoreboard up there. As you can see, Falcons, they won the first game, looking to win this second as well. But Sandrock with a late lead, all they need to do is hold on.
All you need to do is hold on one more time. And it's only 40 seconds right now for Sandrock for them to take us to another game after this one. Oh, we might see Falcons stomping, but in fact, Sandrox have been very, very
This is dangerous.
This is very dangerous for Falcons as well. They might make them 1 step further away from the victory or the comeback. If Team Sandrox are able to score another goal right now, one more time, it's only 1-0.
Yeah.
That's all they need for the win.
But
Falcons,
with how far forward they're playing, they gave up the entire left side of the pitch. That almost opened the doorway for Falcon Esports. They're going to have 1 more chance, I believe, in regulation as we hit our final 13 seconds, but the pressure's going the other way. K unable to get above the ball.
And time is ticking. 7-6 as one more time. JRK tries to keep them away from them as much as he can. K just shuffling right now. He's not looking for a goal. He's not looking for another score because all he needs to do right now is waste some more time for Sandrock to claim the second game and take us for a 1-1 tie in the best-of-5 series.
Yeah, absolutely. We are currently tied in this one, 1 apiece, so a proper series, as I like to say. When it's 3-0 in a best-of-5, that's not a series, that's a stomp, all right? We all know what blowouts are like. We don't want that. So the fact that these 2 teams are going at it back and forth, blow for blow, I think we could be in for something special here tonight.
Exactly, and the fact that it's actually 1-1, from now on, we could consider this a new best-of-3 between these 2 teams. Let's say that the first 2 games were just a warm-up. Oh yeah, this is how it happens.
That is the most cliche caster term in the world, and I'm so happy you brought it up here because you are completely right. It is now a best-of-3, just like what our grand final is going to be later today.
Exactly. You don't have to worry about it that much. Okay, the first game was a warm-up. The second game was a warm-up. Sandrox are now ready. Falcons are now ready, and we hope that the people right here we have are ready. Are you guys ready for the game 3? Let's see. I like the spirit already.
I want to ask the crowd right now, who's winning this next game? Let me hear if you think Falcon is going to pull off this upset right here.
Okay.
They play later.
Okay, Australia's not yet playing. We'll go. Oh, my God. You guys
you know what? Australia's just going to be like, you know, the Undertaker with the steel chair, all right? They're just going to come through, blast their way on the pitch, and take this one over.
Okay, but I like the spirit. I like the spirit. At least they said Australia, so that means that they're ready for the next series.
Yeah.
They're with their Australian teams, but all right. Sandrox or Falcons, as my man just here, Max, asked, immediately, they don't even want to vote. Just care about Australia.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm feeling attacked right here.
Hey, that's the region I know. Trust me, we'll get into the Australian team soon. I'm excited to talk about them, but I'm also excited to see who's going to take off this series. I imagine Game 3 about to kick off in a few moments. Now, Sandrock, they've taken back control of this one. I'm going to be looking towards the Falcons to try to find ways to force space, and mainly that comes from getting physical, because unlike in football, in Rocket League, slide tackling is encouraged. You can't fake injuries, and if you blow your opponent's car up, that's considered a positive. So we're going to look for demos in this next game as Game 3 does kick off.
As Max said one more time, Game 3 is about to kick off between Team Falcons and Team Sandrox. Both right here from MENA region, and this is only the first series. One more time from the 3 series that we're going to be having tonight. 2 best-of-5s, one between MENA teams, and the other one is going to be between Australian teams. But this time we're going to
that's a goal. No!
Between Sandrox and Falcons. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. It's already lit up. Let's think about the game.
You can never take a breath in Rocket League. You can see goals come through within 1 second of kickoff sometimes if the angle is right.
Exciting.
Exactly. So the fact that we're in pressure right here, Venom, the newbie to Falcon Esports, gets the goal, and it is the underdogs again out in front.
Speaking about taking a breath in Rocket League, Falcons are not giving Sandrock a single second to rest from the last game. They were like, okay, you win the last game by a single goal, here we go. Kicking off with a pretty nice start, scoring themselves a goal, making themselves feel safe in a second. But let's say, okay, we're gonna consider this a best of 3 from now on. So we're gonna say the first game. It's actually the third.
Yeah, this is actually our third game right now, and it's gonna be Sandrock feeling a bit of the pressure now. There's a lot of time on the clock. 4 minutes, a lot of time. Trust me, I've seen crazy things happen in this game. As instead, though, Falcons, again on defense, though, they're trying to get more physical to force that space. But it's interesting, because Sandrock's actually playing a little bit further back in our third game than they have been, or maybe not. K actually challenging in the corner. Now they're starting to get forward thinking. Now they're going to try to force the issue. Bump across the goal line might open the doorway. TKR, oh, he kind of cut off his teammate K, and that's going to delay this attack.
Yeah, it's not going to be the best situation right now. If you were Sandrock, you wouldn't want to be there at all. Falcons is again following the same exact strategy that Sandrock did the last time. It might be another goal. There's no one to save it. There's no one to save it. Sandrock playing way too aggressively.
Yeah, you say that, but again, it's because Falcons are willing to give up that much pitch, and Sandrock are the type of team that's like, okay, if you're going to just play on your own back corner, we'll use everything else. But all you need is one good touch to break that defensive rotation. Falcon Esports have now done it twice, and the pressure on the favorites right now, well...
Okay, that's what we're talking about. Sandrock scores a goal.
Let's alleviate some of it. Let's just get another goal right there. Sandrock are going to try to remind us why they're still the kings of the region. Great redirect off the backboard from Ahmed.
Lovely shot right here by Ahmed once more time, taking Sandrock another step forwards against Falcons Esports. And we only got 3 minutes. Okay, so it's been a minute and a half. A minute and a half, and we already got 3 goals. That's almost all of the goals we got combined in the last 10 minutes of the 2 matches. If that tells you one thing, they're heated up. They're heated up, and that's what I like to see. Oh, and we're talking, and there goes the 4th goal already.
Yep, Venom, again, just is able to find a very opportunistic moment right there. Really, the credit to that goal actually comes from Twiz with the interception. It looked like Sandrock was going to go for a quick pass up the middle. Twiz shuts it down, finds Venom underneath. Once again, a 2-goal game. Falcons Esports are not messing around today. Ahmed, though, with the bump, almost cleared Venom out of the way. Pinch off the backboard, though. You can see Falcons are looking for the counterattack, but they got to be careful. TKR is not going to find a shot on this attempt.
Again, Team Falcons Esports are now ahead with 2 goals to Sandrock in order for them to stay in this series with, let's say, the same score as Falcons. They're going to have to get 2 goals at least to take us to overtime. So Falcons are pretty rested right now. They know that they can... Yeah, they know that they can mess up once, they can mess up twice, but that would take them to overtime. But Sandrock, you have to get 3 goals in a row. 3 goals in order to win. So Falcons are having a pretty nice hold of the game so far.
TKR trying to do it themselves right there. It looks like Sandrock, they've given up on the pass plays after the last one went so wrong, but Falcons have it. Pass down the middle to Venom. Okay. I feel like we've seen that play a couple times already.
Yeah, Sandrock are doing the same mistake over and over again, going completely aggressive, not playing passively at all, not playing defensively at all, and for the second time, K tries to save the day, but again, Falcons are playing extremely nicely. The synergy between the players and the passes and the fact that they can... Their map awareness is insane. They already know that Sandrock are not focused on defense at all.
No, and I love how fast the Falcons have been able to capitalize on it. Now, there was a demo right there. That's against Sandrock. But it doesn't look like Falcons in position to punish straight away. K, a little bit desperate right now. They need to find a pass across the middle. They had an attacker there, but goalkeep does their job. TKR, though, with the dunk attempt, does try to find Ahmed underneath, but they're not connecting on the passes where Falcons have been. K, though, goes for the solo play, and again is shut down by SMW.
And here it goes. 2 minutes are left right now. Sandrock are going to have to do the impossible in order to score 4 goals in a row. Against Team Falcons Esports, they're pretty far ahead right now in the amount of goals. 4 goals against 1. And again, in order for Sandrock to be back in this game, they have to get a minimum of 3 goals to take us to overtime.
Yeah, with that time working against them as well, it does look like the Falcons are going to be moving to match point and getting a fair share of 10,000 Durham in the process, but hold the thought, K with the angle takes us back within 2.
Can they do it? Can they do it? Okay, a second goal coming around from Sandrock K, giving his team a new glimpse of hope that he might be able to back this match. A beautiful goal right there, a beautiful, what do you call that, a flick?
That wasn't a flick, that was just a straight shot from the corner, 100. You know what? I call that taking their opponents to Boomtown is what I'm going to call that, because that shot was 105 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, that shot was definitely fast as hell right now. The Sandrock Gaming definitely told Falcons you were not ready for that, and they were not. But 2 goals right now.
That's dangerous.
This one is very close for Falcons as well. If I was Venom right now, I'd be so mad.
Yeah, I mean, that was one that got away from them, and now Sandrock looking to take us back within one. Ahmed is going to look for the pass down underneath. K has a peek, but decides to fall back on defense instead. Ball doesn't get to the backboard, shut down by TRK. My dyslexia was coming through before. Either way, 1:15 remaining, and that shot from Twiz is in. And once again, it's a 3-goal difference.
Again, Twiz completely popping off, and you see that title right there, Season 4 Grand Champion. If that tells you anything, it tells that this man, he's pretty scary when he's in the mood. And we can already see that coming around from Twiz. 5th goal being scored for Team Falcons. I guess we can already say they got the 3rd game in their pocket, unless Sandrock got a surprise for us.
Yeah, okay, so I have seen the 5-goal 1-minute comeback 2 times in the past. But the most famous one was done by a Japanese player named Realize. We'll see if that happens here again right now. And notice how I said 1-player 5-goal comeback? That game was insane. Either way, K, though, going to look for a pass down to TKR, not going to find it. And with under a minute to go, I really believe Falcon Esports are going to be advancing to match point.
Very close right now, but again, in order for Team Sandrock to score 3 goals in 40 seconds, it's a very hard goal, but it's not impossible. But it's very, very hard right now. Falcons have already stomped.
Good intercept.
This entire game, exactly. They got 5 goals. They're very rested right now.
Good pass.
Good
shot.
Defense, but no,
the post.
It will not go in.
Oh, that's going to be heartbreaking for Sandrock. Everything lined up for them. The pass, the shot. It was open for them as well, but with that post getting in the way, I don't think time is going to be on their side. And Falcon Esports, a team that has never beaten Sandrock Gaming in RLCS play, which is our championship series play, they have their chance to do it here at Expo 2020.
And exactly, the ball was almost hand-shaking the goal right there, but decided not to continue in the conversation, just leaving out there. And Falcons Esports, I think they've already secured themselves another win in the best-of-5 series right now against Sandrock, taking us to Game 4 with an astonishing performance and a score of 2-1 against Sandrock Gaming.
I don't think I can sell how big this potentially is right now. Again, every single regional event for the past 2.5 years has been won by one team and one team only, Sandrock Gaming. Falcons Esports never have even beaten them in a match, let alone in a tournament before. They're now 1 game away from doing it at Expo 2020, which is a bit of a different event, but it's an event nonetheless. There's a prize pool on the line. If they could just do it one more time, this is going to be one of the biggest upsets, I think, within this region's history.
Again, it might not be an upset as much as it might be surprising, by the way, because 3 games, 2 of them going to Team Falcons, as you said, we sort of actually, okay, the results should have been reversed right now. We know Sandrocks are good. We know Sandrocks are definitely okay. They're underdogs, but again, they're one of the best teams in the region. So
they're one of the best teams in the world.
Exactly. So if it was 2-1 for Sandrocks, we wouldn't be surprised because that's what we think. But now Falcons taking us to Game 4 with 2-1 for them. Okay, there are 2 situations. It's either now that Team Sandrocks buckle up and they start catching up again and taking us to Game 4 with a 2-2 score, and then we go to Game 5, or Falcons surprise all of us with an astonishing 3-1.
Yeah.
Which is very likely to happen.
I'm not, okay, look, I'm talking about this upset. I'm getting excited for the possibility, but I'm going to be a little bit of a Debbie Downer here for the Falcons' chances. I believe Sandrock can still bring this one back because they're one of the best in the world for the region. They do not kind of collapse under this pressure, and although they have been looking shakier recently, the last regional event, they did win it, but they had to go through the loser's bracket in a double elimination format where they beat Falcons, might I add. They beat Falcons there 4-2. Falcons won 2 games there. They didn't win 3 then. I don't know.
Somebody's been definitely doing his homework right here, my man Max, with all of that decent info. I'm proud to be near this man today. A legend in Western Rocket League.
You can see how excited, people here can actually probably see how, my leg is starting to shake. I'm starting to get, giddy.
Right here, Max.
Because this upset could be so massive right now. And I'd, really try to sell that to the people because this could be fantastic. I think it's time, though, to kick off our next game. I'm feeling ready for it. Game number 4, Falcons Esports, a chance to shock the world. I'll say that because, hey, we're at the World Fair, right?
Yeah, exactly.
A chance to shock the world fair if they could take this game.
What's a better chance to shock the world at one of the world's biggest expos ever, Dubai 2020 Expo right here with the Australian Pavilion. And one more time, we're about to witness Game 4 that could be the last in the series between Falcons and Sandrock, unless Sandrock got another opinion. And right here, they're already setting a statement. A starting goal, one more time, but who else but Ahmed from Sandrock?
So Morgan, you were asking how come Sandrock likes to be so aggressive and so fast. It's because they can do things like that. More often than not, that's what a Sandrock game might look like. That's why they want to get in your face, because the second you leave a small window, a small opening, Sandrock's going to be there to jump all over it. So already in the lead in game number 4 for Falcons Esports and their chance to pull off this upset, it's become that much more difficult.
Exactly. Sandrock's already starting here with a pretty nice start. 10 seconds into the game, they already got the first goal against Falcons, proving themselves worthy one more time here in this series, and they will not be giving up easily against Falcons Esports. Okay, they started the first game with a beautiful win, and then they took up the second game, but Falcons coming back, jumping in the series right now with a 2-1.
That's a good shot.
It might be a goal, but no!
Ooh.
A very beautiful save from Team Falcons.
Yeah, but they're not out of danger yet. Sandrock now has an entire pitch to work with. They were able to collect all of the boost, which is those glowing yellow orbs for those of you in the crowd. Yeah, those glowing yellow orbs, they give you boost. They're what allow you to fly. You only have a limited amount of it. And at the moment, Sandrock Gaming was getting all of it as they're going to look to set up off that backboard. Good defense, though, from the Falcons. They'll be able to hold on to that 1-goal deficit for now.
Exactly. 1-goal deficit right now for Team Falcons Esports, but Sandrock's, they're getting pretty nice control of the game so far. 1 minute and a half into the game, they got 1-0. And they're back to their old strategy of focusing on defense mainly. They just want to keep them all away from their goal right now. They know they want to match by doing this, and they can do it again.
That's an opening.
But Venom getting very aggressive over K. What a beautiful save right here.
Yeah, good save by K. And unfortunately for Falcons Esports, that clear was even better. Sandrock, they're going to have a chance to play a bit of offense right now, although Twiz did find the gap in the press forward, and that's a nice demo, but the ball still gets away from the Falcons again. The back and forth, the ping pong, it comes to an end when Sandrock presses forward. TKR though, sorry, TRK, misses the ball. I'm not perfect, all right? Oh, that's a goal!
Oh, the big goal, that is at Venom. Saw that it was a goal, shuffling right in, and we're getting to another tie in this 4th game right now between Falcons and Sandrock. 3 minutes into the game, and we already got 2 goals, 1 for Falcons, 1 for Sandrock, and again, Sandrock's, they need 1 more goal, and just keep them shuffled so they can get us to game 5.
So with that goal, I could go into like detailed analysis as to why that happened, but sometimes it's the simplest things. K was facing backwards. He was facing the wrong way. That's why they scored. It's the little things sometimes that make the difference, as Sandrock is going to look for redemption.
And again, in this level of role play, the slightest mistake could cost you the game, it could cost you the match, it could cost you the entire series. So as you said, it was literally, you could go into deep analysis, but no, it is as simple as that. Somebody was facing the wrong direction at the correct time for Falcons to use that, so he was just not in the best position. And Falcons, again, they know how to use these mistakes against you.
That they do, as we're looking at CMW right now, looking to play through the corner. Had a pass across the middle from Venom, but it's not going to go in. In fact, it goes the other way. A lot of power out of K. Gets saved on the goal line. Follow-up shot from Ahmed. Gets saved on the goal line. And a third shot from K again. Well, this time they challenge in the middle of the field.
And boom! It comes right here for SMW one more time. But the save is going to be very nice from Ahmed one more time. It was very close. It was very close from Team Falcons to Team Sandrock right now with another goal, but no. These booms coming around, getting them outside of the fight for quite a few seconds. And again, Sandrocks are trying to play on the offense. They don't want to go to overtime. They just don't want to go to overtime at all.
No, yeah, I mean, overtime did not go well for Sandrock last time. They'd like to avoid it. Still plenty of time on the clock. Falcons Esports, though, they're pressuring this defense. Shot off the roof, and it's gonna go in. Venom with the redirect. Give Falcons a late lead.
You can already hear the crowd cheering one more time. Thank you so much, Australian Pavilion. You guys are amazing. Just as this goal.
That goal was more amazing than us, I have to say. I mean, pass off the roof. It's always going to be a challenge.
Okay. Nobody heard that.
I heard that. I want everyone to hear that.
Oh my God.
Believe it or not, these players are better than we are.
Oh, wow. What a surprise. They're both players dedicated to this, playing the game more than anything else, and definitely, again, they're the best teams in the region, so they're way better than any of us.
As we actually now have that audio pumping to the crowd. Shot coming from SMW, saved on the line once again. Double commit out of Sandrock. K, open field, open goal, and we're tied once again.
Tied once again, one more, another goal by Sandrock, this time delivered by the one and only K. You would have said that is almost Ahmed scoring each and every time, but this time K moving as well. You know, to me,
he was due.
This man is the MVP.
Oh, absolutely. K,
so many saves, uses any single mistake that the Falcons do, and again, he's everywhere in the map.
And all the setups as well, though, for Sandrock Gaming has come out of K as well.
Because of K, exactly.
No, yeah, K absolutely has been the MVP of this game for Sandrock thus far. I'm still most impressed with Venom, actually, on the side of Falcons, though. Venom has been playing out of their mind, considering how new this player is to the roster. Been some very great stuff, though. Sandrock Gaming, they still want that goal here. They want to take us to a game 5. Pass back from K, gets intercepted. Falcons looking for the late lead. They're going to have to do it past the Sandrock defense.
Yes, another beautiful goal right now scored by Team Sandrock, and we need one more goal from either teams in order to know what's the destination.
That's in!
Serious, but again, a very, very wide mistake by Team Falcons.
You say mistake. That was actually a big play from TRK. Got that late touch right there, right underneath the defender.
I take that back. It's not a mistake. It's an amazing outplay by TRK right here.
Absolutely. And with that, Sandrock gets the late lead. 49 seconds away from a Game 5. And a kind of a surprising Game 5 right now. I just noticed we're in Utopia Coliseum as well. That looks like this fits in right here at the World Fair, I dare say. 38 seconds ago here at Expo. Can Sandrock take us to a decider?
Exactly, and one more time, this is a global expo, so I expect global talents, and Sandrox and Falcons have only been delivering nice matches and nice goals to better so far. The true display of skill that we have from Sandrox and Falcons have been very, very nice and satisfying to me, to be honest. Okay, I know that these teams, they can definitely push themselves far forward, and they can do much more, but again...
For the MENA region, it's important to note that only one team gets to represent them at international lands. That's been Sandrock. Falcons don't get that opportunity. They might if they win this next game.
Exactly, and one more time, again, with how close these teams are in terms of skill, we're expecting to go to Game 5. It's only been 4 games between Sandrox and between Team Falcons so far, but the last game, each and every one of them scored a goal. TRK had one, Ahmed had one, and so did in the end also as well K. So that shows that there's insane teamwork between the two teams. And one more time, we're about to go to Game 5. To everyone watching us right now on the stream, cheer for your favorite teams in the chat. Whether to be at Sandrock, whether to be at Falcons, let us know who you want to win.
I can almost guarantee you it's like all Sandrock right now, all Sandrock logos right now. They are such a popular team across the globe. Although it sounds like our crowd here is kind of more for Falcons from what I've gathered before. Yeah, they're just cheering for the Falcons. Okay. They want the upset.
Okay, somebody here's cheering for Falcons, but I want to hear people cheering for both teams. So give a hall one more time for Sandrox and Falcons!
All right, let's hear it. All right, I think we're going into the game right now. You can hear that countdown. We finally get to hear it. We finally get to see a Champions Field for the chance to represent MENA in our cross-regional showdown, as well as a big slice of that $10,000 Durham prize pool, and Ahmed wants the biggest cut.
As usual, the first blood is always taken right here from Ahmed. It's a beautiful goal for Team Sandrox. He's always the one who gets the first goal.
Was that 3 in a row now? Was that 3 first goals from Ahmed?
Every time Sandrox have the first goal in the game, who is it?
Ahmed.
That man. I'm actually proud because I also have the same name. So it's me scoring these goals, boys. What's up?
So that's why they're so good. And here I was saying that we weren't as good as the players on the screen.
Okay, I'll take that as a compliment right now.
It's still going to be Ahmed again, though, with the reset. Almost able to get the dunk over SMW. Twiz desperately on that goal line, trying to play defense. Sandrock's attack, though, it's dangerous. That shot somehow saved, but the follow-up is not. Ahmed makes it 2-0.
And guess who it is? Ahmed, right one more time in the house, proving himself extremely skilled. One hell of a talented player right here for Sandrox Gaming. Scoring the second goal already in less than 30 seconds. In less than 30 seconds, he's already scored 2 goals for Team Sandrox.
Yeah, you put the best under pressure. This is what happens. When you annoy them by thinking you might have a chance to pull off that upset, this is what happens. 2 goals in the first half minute of play, and Sandrock, they don't even look like they're done yet. They're hunting for a third.
Exactly. They're not had enough yet, and Team Falcons, they have to make a statement in this game. They have to say that we're here to prove themselves against Sandrox Gaming one more time. This could be their final shot in order to qualify to the grand finals to play against whoever is going to be winning from the Australian teams. One more time, Sandrox and Falcons off to a good start right here, Sandrox.
Yeah, either Ground Zero or the Renegades await the winner of this matchup, as Ahmed, with some space to work with, not a lot of boost, is going to go for a late touch. Twiz steals it away. K on the back foot actually leaves it for TRK on defense instead. Falcons have a chance, though. Pass across the field. Twiz wasn't ready for it, though, so instead they try to slow the pace down, try to keep it controlled in the corner, but Ahmed with the ball control just making every inch that much more difficult for the Falcons. Shot still comes through, though, and Twiz puts it in.
Beautiful shot right here from Twiz. Abused the fact that Ahmed was not ready for that pass coming in from TRK for him, and the block from Venom. The block from Venom over TRK's score was just absolutely astonishing right here. He went for it. He knew that was going to be a goal, but Venom said no. You're staying with me.
And this is why Falcons Esports suspect Venom to be the answer. That's why they want him on this team to maybe take them over the top, and it's for plays like that. Fantastic stuff.
He's everywhere.
The Falcons have a chance now, and Venom is a big reason why.
Exactly, and he also, the name, he is a Falcon. Flying high right now.
Oh, good save.
Saving McKay. As usual, the man of the day for teams. Okay, Okay, with all due respect to Ahmed, he's been scoring some decent goals every time, but K, this man is one of the only reasons that Team Sandrox are still in this series.
Oh, that was close.
See that again? Who was it? Again, Team Sandrox, they have good catches.
Yeah, they do. That defense is being tested. Shot again coming through. There's a Rule 1 happening in the goal. It looks like they broke it up. Now, for those who don't know, Rule 1 is when two cars drive into each other and then just sit there. Shot from Ahmed, not on target.
Yeah, K takes up that pass right here. He knows that TRK is winning behind him, but the defense from Team Falcons Esports, they're all near the goal. They don't want another goal to be going now for Sandrox. They know that this is going to take them 2 steps back, because one more time, in order for you to win, you need to be a goal ahead of your enemy. If it's an overtime, if it's a tie, it's got to be an overtime, and nobody wants overtimes.
I disagree. I think everyone wants an overtime in Game 5.
Do you?
Well, I think all of us here. I'm not sure about the players. Shot off the post. That's not going to go in. Twiz, though, tries to stay underneath it. Taken away by Ahmed. SMW lets it get behind them. And you can see Sandrock wanted to challenge. They're a bit slow to it. This should be an opening, but Falcons overcommit, and they wind up losing control of the ball.
And 2 minutes left right now. Team Sandrox still ahead with a goal. Team Falcons, they have to get 2 goals in order to win this game. And Sandrox, they're just going to be chilling. They're just going to focus on the defense, prevent Falcons from getting the goal one more time. And you can see how focused Falcons are right now when they attack.
They're so close. They're getting so close with these shots, but with only just over 100 seconds remaining, that's only a limited amount of opportunities. Falcons again, pass across the middle. Venom can't get it underneath K. Twiz still keeps the pressure through the corner. Ahmed challenges, but the ball's in an awkward spot. SMW shot towards the net. Ahmed from behind, save, triple commit. Venom keeps it in the box, but no one's there to put it through.
A whole lot of action and a fiesta happening right now at the goals of Sandrox, but everybody's right there, okay? One more time, stepping in with Ahmed. And Falcons, they were just this close. Venom tried his best with SMW in order to score that goal, but they said no. Very nice defense coming in from Sandrox, holding up like a rock that does not move. Well, let's say, you know what? A rock would be, let's say, an insult. A mountain right here holding the goal.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, right? That defense from Sandrock has just become impenetrable at this stage of the game, but Falcons will not give up. Pass down underneath, Twiz, shot, post, it's not gonna go in. SMW loses on the challenge, and now under a minute remaining, Falcons, they've got 1, maybe 2 more chances.
50 seconds left now in the timer with Sandrox over Falcons. 2-1 and a score by 2-2 in the whole match. You lose this game, you lose the whole series, you lose your chance in order to become one of the grand finalists.
Oh.
But again, offense between Twiz.
They had the middle of the pitch and they went for the corner. They're starting to hesitate. They're starting to get nervous right now. Half a minute to go. K has the reset, but plays off the ground instead. This is the last chance for Falcons.
Last chance for Falcons, the last chance for Sandrox. All they gotta do right now is hold the ball 20 seconds at a time. Tick-tock, time is ticking. And Falcons, they need to get that goal at least. They need to go to the overtime. They want to play against one of the
They got a bump in the goal. That's the shot. That's in.
And we're going to overtime.
Are we, though? 12 seconds still left in regulation, and we've seen what Ahmed and Sandrock can do. But look at Venom in the goal line, just acting as that frontline blocker.
You asked for it. You said you wanted overtime. Twiz says, here we go. Thank him right now.
Twiz, finish the job, and then I'll thank you. Let's see where we go from here. 10 seconds. Sandrock Gaming, ball on the orange side of the pitch. They're looking to end in regulation. Off the backboard, Ahmed's there. Double commit on defense. The goal is open. TRK going for the reset shot, but loses control of the ball, and Falcons will drop it. We have a Game 5 overtime.
Game 5 overtime in the first series right here in MENA region between Sandrox and Falcons. And one more time, one of these 2 teams now is on the verge of victory. One of them is going to be playing against 2 of the top Australian teams. One more time. But Sandrox and Falcons, who is it going to be?
1 goal is what's going to decide it. Next goal wins the series. Next goal gets into the prize. Well, TRK shut down by Venom before the shot can come through. Ahmed swings and misses. Falcons have a chance. It's so open. It's so free. But the defense gets there at the last second.
30 seconds on the timer, and Ahmed right now trying his best to go to the goal, but TRK is trying to do his best to stick. Venom and someone right now is trying to do the ball at best, but there's no one right there to take it. Gives it right away to Sandrox, and one more time it's Monica before the goal. He's trying to do it now, but TRK, Sandrox! The save comes up from K, and TRK now has control of the ball.
Ahmed with a good touch got it right to TRK, who wins that challenge off the backboard. Great touch coming back from Falcons, who were cheating forward already. They're going to try to set up through the corner. That ball's going to fall in a rough spot. Swing and a miss from Ahmed actually causes the Falcons to bite. Twiz doesn't get to the ball for the shot. Now Sandrock off the counterattack might find something here, but the defense does rotate back in time.
A minute on the overtime so far. It's only been a minute, but there are so many shots and it's been so close for both Falcons and Sandrox right now near the goals. But again, they're both just focused right now on the offense. The goals, a single mistake.
That's a good shot.
That's a good shot right now, but it's very nice. Save one more time.
Venom gets the heartbeat pumping.
It's that adrenaline rush.
They are looking for it, though. That's a big demo, though. Goal is open, but in the corner, it does get jammed up. Twiz now going to throw it right back towards the net. K just doing everything to keep Falcons from finding that shot. Now Ahmed's going to go a little bit solo right now, flicking it to themselves. Pass back across the middle. Shut down by the defense once again.
Very close right here. Sneaky right now, but the goal is open. Like, hey, again, one more time, save the day.
So we had 3 goals in the first minute and a half of this game. 2 minutes into this overtime, still no goal to be found right now. Again, find the goal, win the series. For Falcons Esports, a chance for international play. For Sandrock, they want to reestablish themselves as the best in the region once again. TRK with that chance, with a little bit of boost, gets it to the corner. Here comes the shot, but it's shut down by Venom.
And right now, Ahmed takes it around right here. Is flying high. K is going for that boost. He knows he wants it. He knows he wants that boost in order to be able to score the goal one more time. But the reset might be coming right now from Team Falcons and the ball. But the goal is over right now. But one more time because we're saving it.
How are these saves coming through again and again under the lights of Expo 2020? Teams are delivering. Twiz misses the shot. Follow-up coming, and it's off the K instead. Oh my goodness, Falcons, that's the 3rd time they should have ended it in this overtime.
This should become his motto. K saves the day, because this is how it's been for this whole series. K has always been saving the day. He's been doing some superheroic plays right now. 3 minutes into the overtime might be one of the longest overtimes you're going to be seeing today, if
it's not the longest.
Team right now.
This has been an insane overtime. Falcons again setting themselves up for an attack, but it's K who steals it away before it even gets going. Now K is going to take a shot, actually. Twiz able to collect it. Ahmed playing back, though, but it's stuck in no man's land. This could open the doorway. Falcons with a chance. They leave it for their defense instead.
Okay, so 2 goals were scored by Ahmed, and I think, do we get to see the hat-trick? Or does everybody else like scores it, you know?
This is so insane right now, the fact that neither team has been able to crack this defense. I mean, Sandrock's defense has been so impressive. The Falcons, I feel like they have to be able to break it through, but it's just going to take one mistake and everything will come crashing down, although that mistake may have been Ahmed right there. Venom goes for the solo play, can't get into the backboard.
Very nice right now, shot and saved here by TRK. And it's all about stamina and focus right now. How long can he keep your focus? How long can he pressure the enemy? And how long can you keep your line of defense impenetrable right now by the enemy team? 4 minutes into this overtime, and we've been
good demo
for about 30 minutes right now. Considering all the matches, yeah, about 30 minutes.
It's been a long one, right? We do continue along now. Something I'm noticing Falcons are doing is they're cheating a player forward. And by that, I mean they're sending a player deep into enemy lines, looking for that deep pass. You can see Twiz already down in that opposite corner, but he doesn't connect. He was looking for the shot right there. That could have ended the game. But when you go for those plays, it can leave yourself exposed on the counterattack. Falcons, though, shut down the middle of the field. They're looking for the pass underneath. Here comes the shot, but Ahmed saves the day.
But K is back one more time. Their best shot, their best opening one was K. Was outside right now, the fight, but he's coming back into the arena, and he drops down. Saving it one more time. He's one of the best goalkeepers I've seen so far, to be honest.
What is this game right now, Morgan? They just don't end. They just never want to end. We were talking about this beforehand, right? Like, how long can these games go? Well, we're getting a crash course right now. Sudden death overtime has gone the entire length of regulation again. Twice as long as a normal game right now. That is how much each team wants it, and that's it! SMW gets it done for Falcons Esports!
Unexpected against all considerations, Team Falcons. They managed to get that final goal. One more time, that cherry on top of the cake that is going to be giving them their 3rd goal and their 3rd win in the best-of-5 series as they qualify in grand finals to play one more time against one of the 2 Australian teams, Renegades or
Ground Zero. Now,
Ground Zero.
Here's how big that upset was, right? I have my, like, for people on stage, they can see my notebook underneath. I have nothing planned for a Falcons versus an Oceanic team. All my notes were all about Sandrock. They're the best. They win every event. They have this easy peasy, but not today. Not at Expo 2020. Falcons Esports, the new inclusion of Venom. This team is nothing to scoff at, and I think this victory, as amazing as it is going to be the first of many because they are on the rise.
And you know what? If this was our first game, if this was our first series, I just can't wait to watch the other 2.
Oh yeah, it's going to be crazy. I mean,
seriously, that's the first series full of action like this. I can't wait.
A Game 5 overtime that goes 5+ minutes. Like, what more do you want out of Rocket League right now? Like, that is it. That said, though, yeah, there are still going to be 2 more series to be played throughout the evening. Our next one is going to be the Oceanic Battle. So are people cheering for Australia? That's right, the Australians and one Kiwi. But the rest are all Australian. They're all going to be playing very, very shortly.
Okay, speaking of Australia and the fact that we're going to be beginning in a few minutes, let's give the players an ego boost. Everybody out here at the Australian One More Time Pavilion, make some noise for the upcoming Australian battle in the best of 5 series. Make some noise!
Woo!
That's the spirit.
I'm making some noise too. I want to get into it right now as well, but we'll get there eventually. We have to get everything set up. You know, this is a very large technical. You don't want to know the behind the scenes that's happening to make all this happen because, again, we have teams playing from across the globe right now. 2 teams from Saudi Arabia, I believe, 2 teams from the Oceanic region being streamed here in Dubai at Expo 2020. It is, I can't even fathom it, all right? I might be a bit of a nerd, but I'm not that big of a nerd.
Okay, actually, we're not nerds. We're just enjoying our time around here. Nobody's here who's a nerd, okay? We're just having our
I own my nerd. You're not a nerd. You got the leather jacket. You're not a nerd. You're good.
That makes me
cool.
a bad guy, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm a high school bully right now. I'm not a nerd anymore.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I'm the nerd here.
Yeah, but I'm very much like enjoying this series so much. I can't wait for the Australian teams.
Yeah.
And again, we would have never thought, as you said, Falcons against one of the Australian teams. So this is a very nice start before we go into the next series.
Yeah, and it will be. But that said, the next series is scheduled to start at 8 p.m. So there's going to be a little bit of a time before then. But we are going to have the return of our DJ who's going to be coming back out here. Big Haas is going to be playing some sweet tunes for everyone. And I don't know if you've heard him before, but it's good.
Yeah, he's definitely good. And ladies and gentlemen, we were Max and Morgan commentating on this series right now. So thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed. We hope that we were actually up to your standards.
And come back at 8. Come back at 8.
Oh my God! And he just
Actually,
gave us a
real quick. What was your thoughts on those games? What did you think of that matchup?
First of all, give them a big round of applause for that incredible broadcasting.
Thank you, amigos.
Melbourne International Games Week is a full week of events related to the games industry. Some of them for games industry professionals, some of them for the public, some of them educational. And it really brings us all together to celebrate this wonderful medium and learn from one another.
It's also just a really highly concentrated time of community energy and a whole lot of conferences and parties.
Some of the events at Games Week are more industry-facing, like GCAP, which is fantastic to learn from one another. We have some fantastic public-facing events like PAX, which is all about getting excited about games and taking a sneak peek at how they're made. We have wonderful events for sound and music, for board games, and we also have the crown jewel of the week, which is celebrating every accomplishment in games with the awards.
The fact that this event was actually offered online, I find it makes it so much more inclusive. One of the things I think developers, publishers, creators in this space are so passionate about is using technology to be able to connect more people.
I mean, this year's talks at Games Week were phenomenal. GCAP Invest stood out with such incredible content from companies that have gone to IPO, companies that have sought investment. And I think that it's just so relevant to the Australian industry now as we're on this growth trajectory.
I sat down originally and probably put in my calendar only about 3 or 4 talks that I wanted to go to. And by the end of it, I ended up watching all of them. Games for Change was just incredible.
Games Week is this incredible coming together of not only people within the games industry, but even people outside of the games industry who are interested in what's happening within the gaming world.
To make games with your local resources that also appeal to people all around the world is something that has really impressed me for a lot of the Melbourne companies, and Games Week I think is a great way to showcase those talents.
I think international publishers are starting to realize that they need to come here and connect with the Australian game development industry. And they see that we've got the games that are taking the world by storm. You've got Untitled Goose Game, you've got Crossy Road, you've got Hollow Knight. These are titles that are not to be dismissed.
I think it's interesting to visit Melbourne because it's a great city, but also be part of the International Games Week because it's a great way to feed your creativity, connect with like-minded people, and really create long-lasting friendships.
Melbourne Games Week in particular is an important part of the conversation around game development in the Asia Pacific region. So if you really want to engage with this community and you want to get an insight into the amazing stuff going on this side of the world, then you have to come to Games Week.
Melbourne has done a great job at making a really world-class event. Melbourne in particular is such a vibrant arts community on a lot of levels that look forward to being there in person again sometime.
Whether it's virtual, physical, or a hybrid of both, sign me up.
Melbourne International Games Week is a full week of events related to the games industry. Some of them for games industry professionals, some of them for the public, some of them educational. And it really brings us all together to celebrate this wonderful medium and learn from one another.
It's also just a really highly concentrated time of community energy and a whole lot of conferences and parties.
Some of the events at Games Week are more industry-facing, like GCAP, which is fantastic to learn from one another. We have some fantastic public-facing events like PAX, which is all about getting excited about games and taking a sneak peek at how they're made. We have wonderful events for sound and music, for board games, and we also have the crown jewel of the week, which is celebrating every accomplishment in games with the awards.
The fact that this event was actually offered online, I find it makes it so much more inclusive. One of the things I think developers, publishers, creators in this space are so passionate about is using technology to be able to connect more people.
I mean, this year's talks at Games Week were phenomenal. GCAP Invest stood out with such incredible content from companies that have gone to IPO, companies that have sought investment. And I think that it's just so relevant to the Australian industry now as we're on this growth trajectory.
I sat down originally and probably put in my calendar only about 3 or 4 talks that I wanted to go to. And by the end of it, I ended up watching all of them. Games for Change was just incredible.
Games Week is this incredible coming together of not only people within the games industry, but even people outside of the games industry who are interested in what's happening within the gaming world.
To make games with your local resources that also appeal to people all around the world is something that has really impressed me for a lot of the Melbourne companies. And Games Week, I think, is a great way to showcase those talents.
I think international publishers are starting to realize that they need to come here and connect with the Australian game development industry. And, they see that we've got the games that are taking the world by storm. You've got Untitled Goose Game, you've got Crossy Road, you've got Hollow Knight. These are titles that are not to be dismissed.
I think it's interesting to visit Melbourne because it's a great city, but also be part of the International Games Week because it's a great way to feed your creativity, connect with like-minded people, and really create long-lasting friendships.
Melbourne Games Week in particular is an important part of the conversation around game development in the Asia Pacific region. So if you really want to engage with this community and you want to get an insight into the amazing stuff going on this side of the world, then you have to come to Games Week.
Melbourne has done a great job at making a really world-class event. Melbourne in particular is such a vibrant arts community on a lot of levels that look forward to being there in person again sometime.
Whether it's virtual, physical, or a hybrid of both, sign me up.
Melbourne International Games Week is a full week of events related to the games industry. Some of them for games industry professionals, some of them for the public, some of them educational. And it really brings us all together to celebrate this wonderful medium and learn from one another.
It's also just a really highly concentrated time of community energy and a whole lot of conferences and parties.
Some of the events at Games Week are more industry-facing, like GCAP, which is fantastic to learn from one another. We have some fantastic public-facing events like PAX, which is all about getting excited about games and taking a sneak peek at how they're made. We have wonderful events for sound and music, for board games, and we also have the crown jewel of the week, which is celebrating every accomplishment in games with the awards.
The fact that this event was actually offered online, I find it makes it so much more inclusive. One of the things I think developers, publishers, creators in this space are so passionate about is using technology to be able to connect more people.
I mean, this year's talks at Games Week were phenomenal. GCAP Invest stood out with such incredible content from companies that have gone to IPO, companies that have sought investment, and I think that it's just so relevant to the Australian industry now as we're on this growth trajectory.
I sat down originally and probably put in my calendar only about 3 or 4 talks that I wanted to go to. And by the end of it, I ended up watching all of them. Games for Change was just incredible.
Games Week is this incredible coming together of not only people within the games industry, but even people outside of the games industry who are interested in what's happening within the gaming world.
To make games with your local resources that also appeal to people all around the world is something that has really impressed me for a lot of the Melbourne companies. And Games Week, I think, is a great way to showcase those talents.
I think international publishers are starting to realize that they need to come here and connect with the Australian game development industry. And, they see that we've got the games that are taking the world by storm. You've got Untitled Goose Game, you've got Crossy Road, you've got Hollow Knight. These are titles that are not to be dismissed.
I think it's interesting to visit Melbourne because it's a great city, but also be part of the International Games Week because it's a great way to feed your creativity, connect with like-minded people, and really create long-lasting friendships.
Melbourne Games Week in particular is an important part of the conversation around game development in the Asia Pacific region. So if you really want to engage with this community and you want to get an insight into the amazing stuff going on this side of the world, then you have to come to Games Week.
Melbourne has done a great job at making a really world-class event. Melbourne in particular is such a vibrant arts community on a lot of levels that look forward to being there in person again sometime.
Whether it's virtual, physical, or a hybrid of both, sign me up.
Twitch chat right now. Some of you guys are freestylers too, and you know what I mean when this next matchup has some of the best mechanical freestyle players that you will see, because it's two of the best teams in Australia. In fact, the two best teams, some might say. Ground Zero versus Renegades. That's going to be our Oceanic Showcase matchup, and that's going to be starting very, very soon.
Speaking about the best teams, again, we're going to be having two teams from Australia. As my man Max said right here. One more time, it's Renegades and Ground Zero. You guys watched the many teams compete, and you've all been waiting for the Australian team. So before we get into the games, one more time, make some noise for the Australian Best of 5 series. Here it goes.
Yeah, it's going to be starting, I think, any moment right now. And again, thank you everyone here for sticking around at this amazing event. Thank you everyone watching at home who's tuning in. The winner of this series will be taking on Falcons Esport for that cross-regional matchup. But before we get too into it, as soon as the game starts up on the screen, we'll be right in the thick of it. I do want to talk about these two teams we're about to see, because each of them they've been the two best teams within the Oceanic region, which is Australia, for the past, I'd say, year and a half. It has been a two-horse race, with the Renegades slightly out in front in recent times.
Exactly, and these two teams are definitely competing on a very high level right now, and after what we've seen from Falcons, I think we're actually ready to see more and more surprises in this game. Oh,
absolutely, absolutely. And that could mean Ground Zero pulling off that upset. Now, key players to watch out for in these games, if you want to root for Ground Zero, the big player you want to watch out for is Anthus. Now, I'm a little bit of a fan of his, because he's from the state I'm from. He is from Queensland. He is a Brisbane local, still in high school, and competing at this top level.
Okay, definitely scary knowing all of that info about that player one more time. But before we go into the game, we would like to thank Melbourne, Victoria from Australia, and of course Order Gaming for presenting this event. And I would like to thank my amazing colleague right here, Max, that has made listening and watching to this game definitely way, way better than it would have been. It would have never been the same without you.
Oh, you know what? People don't believe us when I say, hey, we've only met in person for the first time today.
Yeah. Today is the first time I meet this man, and our synergy is, you know what?
Clean.
I love this
guy. They apparently we sound like we're Canadian, so we have that going for us too.
Yeah, I'm not Canadian though. I'm not even English. I'm Egyptian, by the way.
Yeah,
so I'm not even.
Well, that's just it. That's how this event just brings everyone together, right?
Yeah, I'm not even English.
Like an American, Australian, an Egyptian caster, casting in Dubai, teams from Australia, from Saudi Arabia, from New Zealand, like all coming together here. So it's such a crazy experience, and I mean, I'm not sure you can see it too much on the camera at home if you can, but I know the people here, you just look back, you take a look at the buildings, the lights, the glamour, the glitz. It's so fantastic. So a big, big, big shout out to everyone behind the scenes who have helped put this together as well.
Like, to be honest, the scene is set to us right here in front of the camera, or in front of the big screen right here. But I believe that the background, what you guys don't see, the expo itself, the lights and everything, you know what? This building looks way better than it did at morning, actually. Like the lights right here.
You want to look what looks even better, though,
is about to start.
Yeah, that match on screen. So on the blue side, they are currently the #2 team within the Oceanic region. It is Ground Zero, but our favorites and the winner of 3 of the past 5 regional events, the Renegades, they're in orange. They're the team to look out for.
Renegades against Ground Zero right now. Make some noise for the first game in the Best of 5 series, Australian Pavilion! 2 of the best teams in Australia are now going to compete for the Best of 5 series. One of them is going to be going in the grand finale against our early winner, Falcon Esports. So one of these 2 teams is going to represent Australia.
Absolutely. And again, it's not like these 2 teams don't have a history with each other. Most of the time in recent months, though, it has been the Renegades coming out on front. However, at our most recent international LAN, which was played in Sweden about a month ago, it was actually Ground Zero who got the better of the Renegades. So when it comes to events like this, Ground Zero tends to get the edge. But the last time these 2 teams played, it was a best of 7. It went all 7 games, and the Renegades barely won it out.
Yep, so these teams definitely have some history together. And this is time for vengeance between Ground Zero and Renegades right now. And so far, the only thing that I've noticed different between our MENA games is that they're both very, very careful with their map movements, how close they are to each other, and there's always one player holding out for the goal.
Yeah, and that is a lot more akin to this Oceanic style. We do like to play a fair bit of defense and rely a lot on the individual player to draw the defenders forward. So that's what we're going to be looking out for. And the 2 players to be keen on, Anthus from Ground Zero, Fever from the Renegades. He is considered one of the best players in the world right now. Something special to watch out for. So watch out for Fever, but Torsos is going to get the first goal.
Speaking out of this right now, we're going to be Torsos, who's going to be scoring the first goal right now for Ground Zero against Renegades, turning that score from 0, ironically, to 1-0 for Ground Zero.
So here's a fun fact about Torsos right now. Since he has been playing professionally, there have been 7 international events. He has qualified for all 7 of them. If we want to include this, it is now 8 for 8.
8 for 8. Okay, so this player is definitely one hell of a player that you should keep your eyes on. We also got Fever right now scoring, but no! CJ is going to be scoring another beautiful goal for Renegades.
CJ, he is a bit of an anomaly within the Oceanic scene. He is known for being someone who misses open net shots, scores on his own goal a lot, and is arguably the most popular player in Australia, probably because of that.
Definitely, but what something we might have missed? Fever definitely deserves some of the credit, because that demo was just the correct time.
Oh, absolutely.
So Fever deserves some of the credit as well. The synergy between Renegades, I would say.
I'd say Fever would deserve most of it on that goal right there, but that's just because I'm a little bit biased.
No, it's fine. Actually, it's a team game at the end of the day. So again, Renegades right here running it pretty hard against Ground Zero. 1-1, we got a tie, and that's what I like to see. I don't want to see anybody stomping.
That was close.
I don't want to see 3-1, I don't want to see 4-1, and another demolish coming out in Fever right now, Karma.
So sorry to cut you off right there, but that shot that we just saw out of Amphis off the opponent's backboard, that's something he's a little bit known for. He is one of the best within Australia at finding incredibly tight angles from above the net. So whenever you see one of those blue cars above the orange net looking for the shot, you can bet it's Amphis, and you can bet he's looking for that goal, but this one's going to come from Kami instead.
Kami right now scores another goal for Renegades, and that pass from Fever was definitely very, very lovely. Wait, what do you call that? The reset?
That was just a shot from the side. That was not the reset that time. So Kami,
beautiful though.
Out of all 6 players here, Kami is the one Kiwi. He is the one New Zealand player playing today, so we get to add another country to the representatives in this matchup.
We got people from everywhere right now at this Dubai Expo, and we got a lot of people right now at the Australian Pavilion watching this game, and shout out to everybody who's watching us from the stream as well on Twitch. On Order Gaming one more time, but that's a beautiful save right here coming down from Ground Zero.
Very clutch save right there from Torsos, but the Ground Zero still in danger. CJ just trying to muscle that ball in. Fever off the backboard. Won't be able to find anyone to pass it to. Amphis will find the demo. Express will look to follow it up, but again, there's still a lot of pressure so far forward right now, and the Renegades, this is what they're known for. They will be on the attack for up to 2-3 minutes, constantly looking for that goal.
Yep, the Renegades so far have been doing a great job keeping now the offense from Ground Zero 2-1. All they gotta do right now is stall for a minute and a half, or maybe with the play style that they're following right now is get another goal, make it easier for herself, and then start stalling from that.
Well, Kami is the one who's kind of going to lead the charge past to CJ off that backboard. Look for Fever underneath. Looks like he rotated back instead. So we're not going to see the shot come from the Renegades just yet. Collecting boost might set themselves up, but Ground Zero will take advantage. Here's where we expect Torsos and Amphis to be the 2 playmakers on the attack for Ground Zero. But with that demo, Amphis no longer involved. CJ slowing it down. Pass back over to Kami. Express will challenge and win it out.
Speaking of synergy and speaking of players right now, you gotta keep your eye on Express because he's very, very dangerous right now. Standing near Renegade's goal, waiting for that lovely pass, and there as well Torso trying to rotate out there. 30 seconds are only left right now. Renegades only have one job, just stall. You don't have to get another goal. You don't have to be greedy. You're just gonna wait 40 seconds and
always score more goals. Never settle on your laurels in Rocket League. If you can score more goals, score more goals. I think that's the approach Renegades are gonna have.
You like high risk, high reward, Max?
No, I just like a comfortable lead. The high risk is letting your opponents be 1 goal behind.
Yeah, so actually, my man Max right here, if you were a coach for one of these 2 teams,
okay,
you'd be happy right now.
I'm very happy with what I saw right there. That is a classic Renegades play. They look for these tight passes out of the corner, right in front of the net, and CJ, one of the fastest players, yes, he's known for own goals. Yes, he's known for missing open nets, but he's also known for being one of the quickest to the ball. 3-1 Renegades lead.
And I've seen that happen so many times right now. Only a 3rd time have Renegades managed to get that kill. A lovely demo right now landing on Amphis, but it's 15 seconds until Renegades right now are able to win. For Ground Zero, I think it might be too hard because, okay, it's very hard, but it's not impossible. Very close by 9 seconds, and I think we might go to game 2 with an astonishing win for Renegades.
Oh, that's a good play, though. Ground Zero has a chance if they could get there first. CJ has to keep it up, and that timer will hit 0. So game number 1, it's going to go to the Renegades. Fever adds insult to injury with the 0-second goal.
beautiful goal right here scored by Renegades, not just winning the game, but also setting a very correct statement, and let's say a very strong statement right now to Ground Zero, starting off with a 4-1 in the first game.
And I wish I could say I was a little bit surprised with this initial result, but at the moment right now, if you take a look at the teams and their traction, Ground Zero, they've been kind of a B plus A minus team, whereas the Renegades have been constantly scoring straight A's. And that game right there was a straight A from the Renegades.
Indeed. Straight A, or let's say even an S+, like the only goal that landed on them, that would have been a flawless 4-0 coming in from Team Renegades one more time. So it's a very nice start, but it's only the first game. And as I like to say, don't look at me like that, okay? It's a 4-1. Yeah, it's very astonishing right now, but it's a good start for Renegades. But again, we've seen it happen last series, and the Falcons ended up winning.
Yeah, true. That is very true as well. And the thing about Ground Zero is when they switch on, I think they have a higher ceiling than the Renegades. And some of that comes from their like very defined play style. Where the Renegades are kind of sometimes a little bit too reliant on Fever, Ground Zero has a two-headed attack with Torsos and with Amphis. Their biggest problem is they've never been able to have a game where all three players are synergized throughout a tournament. It hasn't been since, I'd say, June last year when we saw it last.
Exactly. But until now, apparently Team Ground Zero, they're going to have a hard challenge right now against Team Renegades because they sent a very quick message and a very strong message right now to them with a 4-1 kicking off at the series. But again, I don't like to count the first two games. I always like to say that the first two games are getting warmed up. Teams are starting to study each other's play styles. And as we get to the second game, I want to see a comeback from Ground Zero. Okay, we're not being biased.
Why it's a best of 5.
It's a best of 5. But I want to see this game in particular go to Ground Zero because playing a best of 5 from a 2-0,
a reverse sweep against the best team in the country? Yeah, I can't blame you for being nervous if Ground Zero can't pull this one off. So definitely, I'm sending a bit of support their way as well. And I want to see Amphis get back to his old, Season X self. I want to see him play at that peak level, but it's going to be the Renegades on that first attack. CJ looks for the bump, doesn't find it, and Torsos will attempt to clear. Fever's already there. Pass back out to Kami, who will try to play off the ceiling. In this Ground Zero defense, it has to hold on. An errant touch from CJ. CJ might open the door.
Opens the door for him right now, but so far there's nobody has been knocking right now for Team Renegades or Team Ground Zero. It's only been 1 minute so far.
The double!
There goes the speak of the devil!
Double touch out of Kami. Now a double touch, if you don't know what I mean, watch this. Touch number 1 off the backboard. Touch number two, straight down into that net. That's another one of those shots. It looks simple, it looks easy. If I were to say in basketball, that's the slam dunk. It is hard.
One of the hardest techniques.
So hard.
The double tap is incredibly hard to pull off. But again, just as Max said, they're way too good. They make it look easy. But again, the double tap is lovely coming out from Kami.
Yeah, Kami's going to be happy with that one right there, as now Ground Zero once more on the back foot. They're going to be looking to set up their own attack right now. Torsos throws it down to Express. 2 players in the box. Where is Amphis? Is my question right now. He's waiting in the middle of the field. Look for the challenge right here on Amphis. Steals it away. A little bit of a breakaway, but couldn't quite control it. Demo across the middle. Express was there, but the shot was a bit too wide.
Using a ball of the boost right now, Torsos wants to get the ball as far as he can right now, but it's a beautiful save coming down now from Kami. And the call is very close right now, but the save is gonna be coming up from Fever this time. There is not gonna be additional goals for Team Ground Zero. Oh, my bad, for Renegades, because that would have been the first goal for Ground Zero if it would have landed.
Ground Zero still has plenty of time in this game right now, and they've been on the attack for the past 30 seconds or so. That was the most consistent attack we've seen out of Ground Zero yet, so even though they didn't find the goal, they are making forward progress as a team, although the Renegades can still punish right here. Kami goes for the dunk, can't quite muscle it past Amphis. Ball falls in front of the net, but no one's there to strike.
We see a nice team right now coming out from Express. But here he goes, he's trying to save it. Okay, as he said, they're very consistent in the attack, so, okay, they're pretty much consistent. The goal so far hasn't come, but you know it's coming.
That's a good, CJ a little bit too far forward, but here comes Kami, spikes it down, Express. So, we talked a lot about Amphis, we've talked a lot about Torsos. Express has been the silent carry of this team for up to 2 years right now. He is that third member, he is the defender, he's the one who sits back and kind of cleans up. But he is the best in the region, so much so that it's called an Express when you fall back and collect the back boost and no one notices that you're gone by the time you get back.
Reminds me of the model we made for K last game, remember? K saves the day, and also, like, he was literally there everywhere in the map. He's also there to protect the goals when he's coming for. K and Express, they've been showing some great display of talent right here so far. So this man, as you said, is the silent killer right here in the back of Renegades.
Oh, but here comes Amphis looking for the
Amphis.
double. Shut down by Kami. Pass forward to Fever. That Renegades counterattack, you can see how dangerous it is. Ground Zero are very lucky Fever's shot was off.
And Kami's insane. Kami's also there everywhere right now. CJ, he scored the first goal last game, and it was definitely the cherry on top of the cake for Team Renegades to start stomping in the final game. Or the last game, I meant. 4-1.
Oh, that angle!
Comes, but no, a lovely, beautiful save from Amphis.
Amphis from out of the goal just saved that one from going in. How did Fever find the angle for that shot from above? I thought Amphis was the one who hits those. Probably that's how come Amphis knew how to save it. Either way, a minute and a half remaining. Ground Zero, they've been playing defense for so long, they need to find a way to get that ball past the middle of the field, but Fever may have just shut it down.
Oh.
What a steal, what a goal. Renegades up by 2.
A simple mistake right here that was coming. Express went way too far, but Fever, with that lovely boost, Dorsos just didn't have enough time. Okay.
So I said what that was called before in the first series. Do you remember?
When that happens?
Yep. Do you remember? I'm putting you on the spot right now.
Okay, you're putting me in the spot right now, and I guess I'm failing, but wait, that was called,
The dunk.
Yeah, that's not
Le
dunk.
dunk.
Okay, and that was a beautiful dunk right here.
It was a great dunk right there. Fever can be so dangerous at those, although that actually was an almost mistake from the Renegades. They left the middle of the pitch open. They get possession back. Pass forth, 1, 2, 3. Fever with the double, tries to put it through. Saves it for Kami, and the Renegades are putting on a clinic.
This man is mad. Kami one more time with the second goal right now in this series. A third. Wait, what the third or his fourth goal?
He scored the first one this game.
Okay, he's put the first one this game, and the first one, the first one last game was CJ. But
Yes.
Kami, this one is definitely popping off. 3-0 so far for Renegades.
Can I say, though, that double touch from Fever to set it up, that was how come that goal was there. Fever put in the hard work.
So
Kami
far,
just
that is the
cleaned
best
up.
goal of the series. That double Fever is the best goal of the series, I guess.
Yeah.
Unmatched. And 50 seconds right now are all Ground Zero have right now in their pocket in order to try and come back in this game and maybe put themselves in a better situation that would make the comeback possible, because if you put yourself at a 2-0, the reverse sweep might be a little bit too far.
It's going to be a tough ask, especially with the way how the Renegades are playing right now. Their offense is so dangerous, but Torsos will cheat forward, will get the demo. Kami just spawn back in and you demo him again. Come on, show some mercy, man.
No mercy right now giving from Renegades to Ground Zero at all. The only thing they're giving them are goals one by one. And 15 seconds right now with the timer. It might be very, very, very hard for Team Ground Zero to come back right now. Fever is trying his best, but I don't think that the double tap is going to be happening again.
And this is Renegades, I feel like, righting a wrong that they felt back in Sweden earlier this year, because they were, last time they played on an international stage against the likes of Ground Zero, they got clean swept. It was 3-0 in favor of Ground Zero. Now, on an international stage, once again, here at Expo 2020, Renegades, they're up 2-0. They're returning that favor.
As I told you, you already said it before, the two teams have some history together. And I guess Renegades are out for vengeance.
Yeah, I think
They're
that
out
is
for
the case.
vengeance.
Again, because like when you look at that international performance aside, the Renegades were the team that kind of put in the hard work throughout that event. They wound up beating the top team from South America. They beat one of the #1 seed from Europe, actually, during the preliminary stages. But then they lose to Ground Zero, a team that they beat on the regular, and that's how come they don't advance. So it's like, they want revenge.
And that's why it hurts, and that's why they remember, and as you're saying, they're seeking revenge right here, kicking off with a beautiful 2-0 so far in this best-of-5 series. First one started 4-1, the second one 3-0, so there's definitely improvement from the side of Ground Zero, but how far can they go?
I think they need to find a way to get more goals through, right? That's the big issue. They have fleeting moments of offense where you see the attacks come through, but they're fleeting. They're not like the Renegades who are constantly there.
Rhythm. Just gotta find the rhythm. It's either you attack, or you defense once you get that first goal, but so far, we've only seen it happen once. And by the time this happened, Renegades had already had 3 goals, so they were kind of far still.
And I'm gonna be a little bit harsh. I'm gonna call out the first player I mentioned in this event. Amphis has been invisible thus far, and he's supposed to be the carry for this team, but it's what I mean about how Ground Zero, they struggle to like have all 3 players gel at the same time, and they need Amphis to step up in this third game.
Yeah, Amphis definitely have to step up, and speaking about stepping up, Ground Zero definitely have to step up right now. There is no option for them to fail anymore, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. We're kicking off now for the third game in the best-of-5 series that could be the last if Ground Zero don't step up their game.
I have a feeling, though, Ground Zero won't go down quietly. I wouldn't be surprised if we see stuff like this.
Okay.
Torsos gets the first goal.
Insanely beautiful start right now. Speaking about stepping up your game, that's what I was speaking about. A goal in 9 seconds. absolutely punishing off that very, very aggressive start from Renegades that
They
we've
look
seen
too
happen so many times.
The Renegades looked too comfortable there, didn't they? They were sending
Exactly.
all 3 players forward. There's no chance Torsos will get that read and punish us. Well, guess what? They did. And now it's a 1-0 lead in favor of Ground Zero. Renegades, though, they're hunting for the equalizer. Good defense, though, forces them back on the back foot.
Yeah, and you know what? In Renegades, their head, they probably were like, okay, we've done it the first game, we've done it the second game. Why can't we not have it? But apparently, speaking about Amphis and speaking about right now Team Ground Zero, and they're moving off. A very nice start right here from Torso, picking up the goal for Team Ground Zero against Renegades, and now another goal from Torso. Speaking about him, this man is insanely
Talented.
crazy in this game.
Yeah, I mean, look at this angle right now. So the first touch is there, teammate bumps him, but still gets a double touch. His own teammate got in his way, and he made it work, all right? Like, again, Amphis, I don't know what you're doing, mate. You got to get your head back in the game, but fortunately, Torsos is there to pick you up.
Okay, speaking about him, Amphis is ready to demolish right here by CJ one more time, so I don't think he's having the best day or the best game of his life right here from Team Ground Zero. But again, Renegades, they're not looking too hot in this game, and Ground Zero, they look very, very hyped up to come back to the series. They're hitting their goals high now for that reverse sweep, Max.
Yeah, look, we're a long ways away from that, all right? We're 1 minute into the 3rd game, so there's still plenty of time left before we start talking reverse sweep, but hey, Ground Zero, they're off to that right foot. They're looking for another goal right now. Express crosses up the defense. Torsos was a little too far back, and now we go the other way. Fever with the shot and the goal.
And here it goes, the first goal for Team Renegades right now in this game. The 3rd game in the series. That could be the last if Renegades manage to take that win. But again, we're still far ahead. 3 minutes, 47 seconds right now with the timer ahead of us. Renegades scored their first score. Okay, let's say goal in this game.
It's a goal. You can call it goal, score, point, whatever you want to call it. We all know what you mean. It's a point
closer
on that scoreboard right there.
Exactly.
Looks like this next kickoff a little bit sloppy. A ball left for Express to take a shot. Renegades, what was that?
What is happening to the Renegades defense line right now? Very, very aggressive. Not putting any respect to the turn that Hillary just, you know what, went, all right, I'm gonna head back. And he did this. Renegades did not see that coming.
I'm in shock after that one. They just left the ball for Express to take a free shot. Of course he's gonna down it. These are the best players our country has. You can never afford a mistake like that.
Exactly, and this is Renegades definitely getting punished right now for their overly aggressive plays. And one more time, the deja vu. CJ coming off with that beautiful demolish over Amphis. Maybe that's why he's been invisible, because he keeps getting demolished over and over again.
Yeah, that could be the case. I mean, look, Ground Zero, they have one of the highest amount of demos per game out of the Oceanic region. They want to get physical. They want to kind of blow open doorways. But the Renegades in recent tournaments have kind of matched that Amphis from midfield.
Okay.
Where's the Renegades defense gone? They were so good in our first 2 games. Now they're invisible.
Apparently, Renegades were not ready for that aggression from Ground Zero, and now Ground Zero out shelling in this game.
The goalkeeper was from Ground Zero. It was Express who was sitting there.
Exactly. The synergy from Ground Zero this game is extremely good, and one thing that is extremely bad for Renegades, so let's not be too harsh, extremely bad, but not being there is their goalkeeping skills. We were speaking about how Cammy was very visible near the goal and not letting anybody go near them, but now Cammy, where are you, man?
Where's all of the Renegades in this game right now? This is a rough one. This is a rough one for the favorites, but now we can start talking reverse sweep, because in a game that's so based off momentum, you gotta have a performance like this, although that's how you get redemption. Kami from above sets up Fever, and we're back within 2.
Fever coming in right hard right now. Wait, what was the second goal in the game? Because the first, who scored the first goal for Renegades in this game? Fever as well, right?
I believe it was, well, it was Fever. I'm just going to credit everything to Fever. It's always Fever.
Okay, he does a lot of good stuff right here. And Cammy, I think he never needs to stand near that goal for a little bit, but Renegades, they can do it. But this game is definitely different, Max. 2 minutes and a half, and we got 6 goals. 6 goals in 2 minutes and a half.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's doable. I mean, with the amount of goals we're seeing in this one, now this is, remember when we were watching the MENA games and how low scoring it was? Welcome to Oceania. We are all about that offense. We're all about high-scoring games. It's just kind of what we do when we play against each other.
Yeah, okay, thank you for that memory refresh. It definitely starts coming back right now when you told me how aggressive Australian players was, and it definitely,
yeah,
you never lied. 2 minutes and a half, 6 scores already? I'm impressed.
Yeah, and like, again, it's one of the reasons why I'm such a fan of these Australian teams right now. We always know how to make it explosive. Let's see how explosive we can get, though, because Renegades have 100 seconds to find 2 goals. It looks like they're starting to make consistent touches once more. CJ pass back up, triple commit on defense, but the shot from Fever's high. Kami is there, back within 1. Here comes the Renegades.
We were speaking about Kami and where were he, but now he makes a pretty nice stand right now for Renegades. However, they're not very far from their goal right now. It's a minute and 37 seconds now with the time. They just need one more goal to go to overtime and rip off ground zero of their final shot to come back in the series.
And all that was that patented Oceanic offense. Had nothing to do with the fact that the Express triple commit on defense and all missed the ball. No. That was all the offense from the Renegades. As we hit our final minute and a half, ground zero, they're letting this lead slip away. They'd love to reestablish that 2-point cushion.
Speaking about pushing right now, Renegades, they have to push their final shot right now to go to overtime, or maybe get 2 goals in a row and rip off ground zero, as we said, at their final shot. But ground zero, they've been doing great so far this game. They just have to push a little bit forward, and another goal for Kami. We're going to overtime. Unless ground zero and Renegades.
Wait, we can't go overtime. There's still a minute left in this game.
Right?
And at this rate, that's 2 more goals. Kami just eventually is able to find a gap through that defense. The Renegades attack too quick, too dangerous. And ground zero, who are up by 3 goals in this game, have blown that lead, and there's still a minute left to play.
Still a minute left to play right here from Renegades against ground zero. Thinking about a minute right now. Both teams, they definitely don't want to go to overtime. Renegades can just end this series one and for all if they actually manage to get that goal. But ground zero, they need that goal. They need not to go to an overtime against Renegades. Or if they go, watch out for the pressure, because you're 1 goal away from losing the whole series and losing the final shot to contend for money. How much again? 10,000 AED, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, it's a nice bit of a prize pool right there, but none for third, fourth. It's all about finishing top 2. And for ground zero, they've got 30 seconds to maybe end it here. Express got hit behind Fever, but it was a little bit too wide. Another attempt right now. Amphis should have been there for the shot, but he hit his teammate instead. Express doesn't make the save. Renegades, they have a chance in the final 10 seconds.
Final 10 seconds right now for Renegades in both ground zero. We might be going to overtime.
No way!
And here it goes. We're not going to overtime. Renegades score a beautiful goal, and guess who it is? It's Fever.
Fever to CJ and back, but this angle, driving at it from behind in a clutch situation. There's a reason why Fever is one of the best in the world, is because of shots like that. Renegades may have just crushed ground zero's hopes and dreams.
And now Renegades literally have one job. Stall until the ball falls to the floor right now, and it's not going to take them a lot of time because it's already ended. And Renegades from Australia are going to be stomping one more time with a beautiful 3-0. Give a hard one for Renegades from Australia.
So, we've seen 2 very different series right now, all right? We've had our 5-game banger, which goes to an overtime, but then we have a 3-0 sweep. So, Morgan, you want to know what I'm kind of thinking right now?
What?
I'm thinking, like, instead of going to a break, instead of relaxing, I think we get our grand final match set up as fast as possible, because, like, that was too quick. I want to see more Rocket League.
I can't wait to see the final grand showdown between MENA region and Oceania. That's how we spell it, right? Oceania?
Oceania, yep.
Oceania. Australia.
We can't say Australia. Kami's still lingering around.
Exactly. So Renegades right now are about to go for the final showdown against the representatives of MENA region, Falcon Esports, that we've seen display some insane skill today against Team
Sandrock Gaming.
Sandrock Gaming, as you said. And who expected that Sandrock Gaming would have not been at the finals?
I'm actually so surprised by this one right now, because it really feels like it should have been Sandrock who's there. But Falcons, again, the inclusion of Venom, I mean, they've upgraded their roster at the start of the year, and all of a sudden they're beating the best team, and so now they're going to go against the best in Oceania. Keep in mind, the last time Oceania and MENA competed against each other, it was Sandrock Gaming versus Ground Zero. So it's the 2 teams that didn't make it, and it was a slaughter.
Okay,
so it didn't go well.
Let me tell you guys a lovely story right
here.
Or
it went well if you're from Saudi Arabia or from the MENA region, in which case it went very well.
You should definitely be happy. But again, I got a small story for all of you guys. Before we went to this stage, my friend Max right here had a lovely notebook, and he was like, oh, Sandrock is going to be winning, and this is going to be happening, and this is going to be happening. But after we came on this stage and after the first series, he was like, You know what? I didn't prepare for anything.
No notebook.
No notebook anymore.
Notebook's
so
gone.
Everything that's happening right here in front of us is completely against our expectations. Nobody expected Falcons to be there. Nobody expected Sandrock not to be at the finals. And nobody expected to see a 3-0 stomp from Renegades against Ground Zero.
Yeah, no, the 3-0 is supposed to be the other series, but it just shows how strong the Renegades have been playing. And I think if you actually look at how those games played out, Game 1, kind of one-sided. Game 2, even more one-sided. Game 3, it was Ground Zero one-sided, but then 2.5 minutes remaining, here comes Fever, here comes the Renegades. All of a sudden, they make the comeback happen. Yes, Falcons have already made one amazing upset. I don't know if they can do it again.
And the only thing that came as well, that here comes the party that was coming from Fever, that final goal that saves the day for Team Renegades one more time. And what I love about this series is that it's completely unexpected. So against Renegades and against Team Falcons, we cannot say our expectations. But again, we're still live right here, all thanks to Melbourne, Victoria, and Order Gaming right hand. We got your boy Morgan and my man Max, extremely killing it today. A huge shout out to everybody at the Australian Pavilion, and a huge shout out to everybody who's watching us right now live from Twitch of our Order Gaming channel. So again, before the game starts, I want to know what your opinions are. Max, Renegades or Falcons?
Right, so this is going to be a best of 3 right now. So because of the circumstance, we're actually going to be having our players play on a Southeast Asia server. So it's going to be kind of in the middle between the two regions for the most fair internet connection. Because of that, I think we're going to see a 3-game series. I have to back where I'm from. I have to back Oceania. So I'm going to be saying the Renegades, I think they're going to get it in 3.
Okay. So my man Max right here is being truthfully biased to his home country. I mean, it's true. It's true. Okay, it's Renegades. Who else is going to support?
It's the Australian Pavilion. It's the Australian team. The Renegades are our best team right now.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay.
And I think the crowd's going to be, who here thinks that it's going to be the Renegades? Who thinks Australia stands tall? I'm hearing a lot of cheers, man.
Okay, I'm hearing a lot of cheers as well, but Falcons, they got a tough challenge right now against one more time the Australian Pavilion. Okay, you know what? Falcons deserve a shout out. So, to be fair a little bit, let us give a huge shout out to our 2 teams right now representing MENA region. Team Falcon Esports and representing Australia. Team Renegades, give a whole shout out for these 2 teams.
Yeah!
That's the spirit.
Yeah, I'm going to cheer. I'll cheer for this one as we are about to kick this one off. Now it'll be Falcons in blue. The Renegades are in orange. Now this is a best of 3, not a best of 5. Every game, that much more important. Every touch, that much more critical. Can Falcons Esports pull off the 2nd major upset in a row?
Team Renegades against Falcons right now, against all expectations. The finals nobody expected to see right now, and we're starting with the first demo going to Team Renegades.
Oh, CJ with the flick! But it's going to be SMW with the save. Renegades, though, they're doing what they do best. Keep it tight, keep it cozy. Somehow, though, Falcons found that gap, and I'm going to be a little bit worried about this one, because here's a way how I can see the Falcons winning this, right? Renegades, they like to play tight, they like to play in your face. You know who else does? Sandrock Gaming, and we all saw how that last series went.
And to be honest, that series the Falcons had in front of Sandrock Gaming today earlier, it definitely gave them a huge boost, you know? They're used now to that aggression. They're used to that very, very aggressive gameplay style that might be coming from Falcons and Renegades one more time. They're used to that aggression. One thing Renegades have to pay attention, though, is to not make the same mistake as the last game.
Oh, that's going to be a shot!
Against Ground Zero, and that's what I was saying a second ago. They shouldn't make the same mistake by leaving the goal too empty.
So that was a little bit spooky, but Falcons decided to slow it down, and that's how come they didn't find that goal. They're still on the hunt, though, as we look for a pass back. SMW is going to look to throw it down. Ooh, Venom. Awkward read, opening for the Renegades to counterattack.
Counterattack coming down from Renegades. They've had some pressure placed up on them from Falcons right now, and Twiz playing a little bit way too aggressively, but however, they're coming to demolish. It might be the best timing right now for Falcons.
Ball was kept high, though. They could have had a chance if they stayed low with it. Now the Renegades will get their chance to attack. Kami versus Venom in the corner. Kami wins out. Ball falls in front of the net. SMW goes unchallenged to the middle of the field where Fever was waiting, slowing it down, but calls CJ off. Fever wants to do it themselves. Now CJ presses forward. Now looks for the pass back. Kami's not there. Renegades bumping into each other. Falcons, they're looking in control.
They're very, very in control, my man. And Falcons against Renegades right now. This is such a huge game. What tells you when these 2 minutes have passed without a single goal is that these 2 teams are extremely cautious when it comes to goalkeeping, and they're very cautious when it comes to aggression as well. They always leave one player behind. Renegades definitely learned the lesson last game, but the lesson they should learn is that Falcons are very, very aggressive.
No! Oh, CJ! Remember when I said open net misses? Remember when I said that? That's That's why every series he's going to deliver one. Now all we need is the own goal, and this is an official Oceanic stream.
Exactly. 2 minutes and a half so far without a single goal scored one more time. All you gotta do if you were Renegades or Falcons right now is score one goal and defend it. Okay, Max might disagree because again, he likes watching high scores.
I want points.
Yeah, exactly. He just likes watching 6 goals, 7 goals. He doesn't want just people to get a goal and boring.
Well, here's my counterpoint. My favorite scoreline is a 0-0. But if you're going to score goals, score a lot of goals, all right? You gotta miss.
Yeah, it's either go big or go home, maybe.
Oh, Kami's going big right here, finds Fever underneath, and the Renegades take the 1-0 lead.
Lovely start out here by Fever. Who else but him might actually take it one more time? Australia scores the first goal against MENA region. That's iconic.
That's a very big moment right there. We know the Renegades are super strong when they have a lead. Can they hold on to it, though? And see, this is what I'm saying. A couple more goals, you feel safe, you feel secure. 1 point differential against a highly mechanical team like the Falcons. I feel like they're going to try to do something crazy. This could be it. Twiz almost gets the waterfall, but doesn't quite get it past the second defender.
There is no option right now. It's either we go big or we go home right now for Falcons. As you said, they might try to do something crazy, but they have to right now. Step on that aggression, maybe leave the goal empty, let's say for 1 minute or something in order to get that one goal that might give you the chance to go back to overtime. But also watch out because Renegades got their eyes on another goal.
Oh, they got to find that pass down right there. Kami isn't able to hit it straight. Now, for Sandrock Gaming, if you want to root for this MENA region team, you want Twiz to show up because Twiz is supposed to be the mechanical carry of this team. We haven't seen much from him in the first series. We haven't seen much from him in this game yet either. Twiz is going to be the player who has to step up.
Renegades have to step up their game one more time right here in order to keep Falcons away from that goal. And Falcons, they have to make it happen. They need to change the playstyle. They need to find something right now, come up with anything that doesn't let Renegades continue stomping right now in this game. 1-0, and there goes the timer. Onto 1 minute remaining. Falcons, well, they lose the first game 1-0.
Yeah, but look at how much pressure the Renegades were taking from the Falcons by sending one player forward. They can afford to have one player attack, and 2, sometimes 3 defenders will react. That tells me the Falcons defense, they're panicking a little bit, but all they need is one moment, and Venom ties the game up.
Before we started this game, we were speaking about one player that we gotta keep our eyes on. If we were Renegades, Venom. Who did Falcons get at a good catch lately? Venom. Who might make the whole change? Venom. And who scored this goal? Venom.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely insane the impact Venom is having on this lineup, but this kickoff's a disaster! Falcons, you gave it away for free! Renegades retake the lead!
Insanely good start right here from Renegades. Not even leaving a chance for Renegades. Wait, how long did that take? 3 seconds? The timer was on 41 before the... Oh, okay, all it took was 3 seconds for Kami, for Australia, to score a goal in this round.
That is heartbreaking for the Falcons right there because the momentum was back on their side. They get the quick counterattack goal and then they throw it away on the kickoff. It was just a straight up miss. And now the Renegades add insult to injury. No! The post gets the save. It's a breakaway up to the other side of the field. Venom is going to look for the read from the backboard. Doesn't find the bump. Renegades again with control.
15 seconds on the timer right now. Renegades already secured their own goal. I guess Falcons one more time. But that's another goal. But
No! I said we were just an own goal away.
Twiz.
I said we were an own goal away from an Oceanic stream. Kami kind of hit that straight into Twiz. I'm going to count it right there. There is the patented Australian own goal. There's one in every stream, even in Dubai.
That's a lovely shot right coming here from Twiz. Fever barely could have handled it, but no, he was a little bit too far. And now it's 7 seconds, and we're going to DJ said no!
Fever with the... That was Fever again with the reset on this pass. 4 wheels, boom, second flip, dishes it down to CJ. 6 seconds left on the clock, and the Renegades retake the lead.
Okay, one thing I'm gonna give you, you get to brag about it. You told me one thing about Renegades, you told me they're very good when it comes to last moment clutches. And to be honest, we've been seeing it happen. This is the second time that Renegades score in 4 seconds, and that might be the 3rd goal.
Oh
in the last 4 seconds, but no, Renegades off to a decent start. 2 times Australia picks up the first win.
So there was an interview a week ago that CJ gave where he was like, you know what? Sometimes we score an own goal just to get us laughing, just to get the atmosphere light. Technically, that wasn't an own goal. I know that, all right? That came off Twiz. That was Twiz making the play, but Kami was there. It looked like an own goal enough to me. So we're going to count it for Australia's sake because we can't win a series unless we score an own goal. So if we're going to win the next game, we have to count that one. Otherwise, I think Falcons are going to come right back.
To be honest, watching these games, you guys are Renegades, you're insane. Australians, they definitely have that tempo game going in right them. So again, 2 times, it happened twice in a row. As soon as the round starts, 4 seconds, going with the aggression, and it did happen twice. It saved them the game. We spent like, how long? 3 minutes without a single goal, and then it kept going as quick as they could. So that's very good about Renegades, and that's the very nice start for them in this series.
Renegades are such a fast team. Like, that is something that they're kind of known for. They want to be fast. They want to be in your face, get those bumps, get those demos. If things start to get a little shaky, that's okay. Fever, he is the only player that other players are afraid of in Australia. You saw, he touches the ball, and you could watch the Falcons defense kind of like shift towards him every single time. You can't kind of go one-on-one against him because he's so good in those situations. If the Falcons are going to win this next game, they need to find a way to slow the pace down, give themselves some space, and rely on their mechanics to push them ahead.
And we're off to the second game right now in the best-of-3 series. That might be the last game we have in this series, the last game we see Falcons and Renegades, the last game in this tournament. If Renegades can pull it off to a clean 2-0.
And they can find redemption for the Oceanic region, but that's going to have to be put on hold because SMW strikes first.
Very nice start from Team Falcons right here, scoring 1-0 against Team Renegades right now with a good start. We were just speaking about how fast Renegades were when they were scoring goals, but Falcons, they definitely took a twist. A very nice 15-second goal.
I like what you did there. But no, that was a fantastic goal right there from the Falcons. And now we get to see what happens when the Falcons have a lead, because they never led in the first game. But when we saw when they had the lead against Sandrock, they were good at falling back on defense and just holding on. Now the Renegades attack, it's dangerous. I'm not sure it's as dangerous as Sandrock. I think Falcons have a chance right now.
Falcons definitely have a good chance. And this is the first game, I believe, where they score like the first goal ever, okay? So other games, they mostly stood back when they were behind, but to be starting with a goal, that's very lovely, and it almost was the second goal.
Venom with the squishy save into a counterattack. That's going to be a Falcons goal. Now, again, for those of you here, squishy save is when you do what you saw Venom do right there. Drive around that back curve in the goal, make the save as you pop out of it. It's one of those things that, again, it is so tough to pull off, and then to turn that into a point, Falcons are insane.
It's really nice start right here from Team Falcons. And as he said, they definitely took your tip, by the way, Max. They slowed down the pace of the game, try to get yourself 1 or 2 goals. That might be easy for you, but Fever,
no way!
Barely saves it, and Kami comes up at the right time. There will not be a third goal against Renegades this time, Falcons.
If that ball goes in the net, I just say we skip ahead to game number 3, because that would have been done and dusted. Somehow Renegades are able to hold on, but they still have work to do. Falcons, they look re-energized after that last game, and I don't know, they're going to be tough to beat. Renegades still looking for it. CJ bumps Venom, who gets another squishy save and a third save. Venom just cannot be stopped.
Oh my God, this man is one hell of a good catch for Team Falcons right here as he spoke. One of the newest players to join the roster, but he's popping off right now for Team Falcons right now. And Renegades, they still can't find a way to find the goal in this round, in this game. And again, Falcons, if they can keep up with the pace, they might take us to game 3.
So, Venom on this previous team, I believe it was Carnage. I might be incorrect on that. That team was okay, but it wasn't getting these big results. Now with the lineup, we are seeing why Venom was picked up. This has been so impressive to watch. I think we're looking at a future star within the MENA region when it comes to Venom right now, because he is putting in the work against 2 amazing teams right now. So incredible to watch. Falcons, they're looking to push this one to a game 3, a decider to win this entire event.
Yep, this game might be the last game in the series and the last game in the whole tournament. If Team Renegades can actually be able to clutch it one more time, but 2 minutes and a half, 2 goals for Team Falcons. Renegades, we've seen them do it so many times. We've seen them get goals that were very unexpected. The double taps from Fever. We want to see them one more time, and here it goes.
Yep.
They now have the control of the ball between them, and they're going off for the field against Falcons. I'll switch it all of their lines right now to defense.
Fever misses the bump. Venom should be able to find a counterattack here because SMW is already pressing forward. Ball's kept high by CJ, but Falcons should be underneath. Twiz was there. Renegades defense able to fall back. Look, the defense is all well and good for the Renegades, but the Falcons, they have that lead. They can control the game. And yes, the Renegades may have pulled that 3-point comeback last game, but Ground Zero kind of gave it to them. Falcons aren't giving Renegades anything. In fact, they want to take more.
Oh my God, that is very close right now for Team Falcons, but no, he misses it. Barely SMW, but Kami goes right now for the control, and that might be a goal right now, but the control is not gonna be coming from them right now. Another pass, but Kami's not there for the reply from Mr. CJ.
CJ saved the first shot, and then Kami posts the second. A bit unfortunate for the Renegades, and now the punish. Twiz puts it a little bit too tight. Falcons as well can't quite capitalize on a strong situation. It's okay though. They don't have to. They just need another 90 seconds and they're going to a game 3.
90 seconds right now, and it's all that takes for Renegades to get back in this series, to get 2 more goals and maybe get us to overtime, or maybe score a third somehow. We've seen him do it so many times, but Falcons, you right now have an easy job. Just defend the goal.
No!
Watch out for Kami. That might be flanking as usual.
Kami just swings and misses that one. Another unfortunate miss, unfortunately, coming from the Renegades side. Or fortunately, I should say. I can't help but get involved right now. We need this redemption. Like, I'm speaking of my Australian half right now.
1 minute.
We need this redemption, man.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1.5 here, Max. It's very, very excited, and a lot of crowd right here is also excited for Renegades. We cannot make Australia sad today. 30 seconds right now with the Temple Falcons. They also got to prove their point as MENA region representatives after the beautiful win they got against Ground Zero.
And how big would it be for Falcons if they just come through, beat the best team in the MENA region, beat the best team in the Oceanic region? If that's not a global statement, I don't know what is. Twiz just missing that. SMW will fall back, but also this would establish complete dominance of MENA over OCE if the Falcons can pull this off.
Exactly. Falcons already having a pretty nice control. All they gotta do now is waste 20 seconds from Renegades. And watch out, because if Renegades can get 1 goal, we've seen them do it so many times, they know how to get that goal. Running up quickly, but close. 10 seconds, it's all they need right now. Oh, and my Arabian half took in.
It was 2 quick goals, and then we had a third in our final seconds. Falcons with the clear,
3-0.
Twiz with the goal. We're going to be going to a decider, everyone. 1 game to determine the winner of this event.
We're not gonna be going to a 2-0 from either teams. Falcons was playing a very nice statement, a very strong statement right now with a 3-0, sending a message to Renegades that we will not fold that easily. So again, that's what I wanted to see. I didn't want to see a one-sided series between MENA and OCE at all, so I'm cool with that.
I mean, again, if you would ask me at the start of the day, I would have predicted a one-sided series of MENA over OCE, but not coming from Falcons, and now they have that chance. This is so massive for this team. A true underdog story, roster shakeup, new team coming together. I don't believe in honeymoon periods. I think this is a team establishing themselves to stay, and if the Falcons can do it one more time, we could be looking at a new global super team.
Yes, and this was one of the reasons that you said people love actually Sandrox, because they were always the underdogs. They were always one of the reasons that why people support Sandrox, because the underdogs, the region that is one of the best teams in the
And then who's under them?
Other than Falcons, and now that's the story the crowd wants. Falcons have been the underdogs, and they beat the underdogs of the underdogs. So again, it's a lot of statements right now. Falcons are setting, and it's 1-1. They just need 1 more game. 1 more game.
One more game. Well, either way, it's going to be 1 more game. For Oceania, we're looking for redemption right now. We need this back. For the Falcons, they are leaving their mark.
Insane.
This is going to be, I think, a very, very tense final game. And it's crazy, right? Because in a best-of series, you always think, oh, well, you know, one team should look better than the other. But it all comes down to 5 minutes. It could all come down to 1 errant touch, 1 mistake, or 1 incredible mechanical play. So any moment right now, we're going to be kicking off our 3rd and final game here at Expo 2020, live in Dubai, under the lights. Oh, it does not get much better than this.
Of the Expo, it doesn't get any better than that. And this, to be honest, this is what I wanted. I didn't want to see Renegades winning 3-0 either, just to be honest. I want to get as much action as I can get before this series ends. So, one more time, special thanks to Renegades, special thanks to Team Falcons for getting us to Game 3. And now it is the final game. Make some noise for Falcons and Renegades.
This is going to be a big one for sure, as initial kickoff does go in favor of the Falcons. Again, they're trying to slow it down. They're trying to rely on those individual plays. Whether or not that will work, we will see. Renegades, on the other hand, they're cheating players forward. They're always having someone down the field looking for that fast counterattack. But with 2 defenders back from the Falcons, I kind of give the strategy in favor of the blue team out of the game.
Okay. So Max right here is sitting out a good statement for Falcons that the strategy might be working a little bit better than Renegades right now. And so far, it's only been 35 seconds into the game, but we see a goal very close by CJ! A beautiful stop for Australia!
Shooting the gap right there. This pass coming from Kami, straight down the middle. CJ fully committed for that strike, and the Renegades get first blood, up 1-0.
Knock, knock, who's there? It's CJ coming down right now with the goals of Team Falcons, and he scores up the first. Lovely goal for Team Renegades. 4 seconds are all Team Renegades need in order to score. Oh, they go!
What a save!
That's what I was talking about. 4 seconds is all they need. Remember, that's their lucky number right now for Australia.
Oh.
But this goal is gotta be blocked right up by CJ again.
How did
this game?
Venom get behind that save, though? That was last second, and now Venom, lob shot, forces CJ back, but it's the next touch that's important. Twiz may have been too far forward, leaves it for SMW. CJ gonna go ahead and set up Kami now off the backboard. Good touch by Twiz, gets bumped for it, but Falcons regain control.
And not just has he scored the goal, CJ, but no, twice has he blocked the ball right now from Falcons, reaching up into the net. And a minute and a half passed, Renegades off with a good start right now. They only have one job. It's either you go with the max strat, you try to get more goals to keep yourself more comfortable, or just play safe.
I can tell you right now, I know how the Renegades think. It's the max strat. It's run up the
More
scoreline.
goals?
They don't want to sit back. They don't
Let's
want to
go.
rest on their laurels. This is a team. They think scoring is fun, so they're going to look for more goals as they almost get one there. Kami's shot just a little bit high, and now Twiz will lead the charge back the other way.
I don't think scoring is fun. Scoring is one of the most fun things you can ever think about when it comes to playing Rocket League. Is what the game is for. The adrenaline rush, sending a strong message to everyone that we are better, not just because we got a single goal and we can live after it. No, because it's a 2-0, a 3-0, or even like a 4-0. So that's what we're looking for right here. Renegades, they want that other goal against
Oh, that
Falcons.
pass is dangerous. Good defense at the tail end of it all, but the Falcons are still on the hunt. Awkward touch, broken up by SMW. Kami, though, will
the
find
pass.
CJ. That's up high. Where is the next member? And CJ doesn't get the pinch. And now we go the other way. Venom over the top of Fever. Only one defender left. Kami makes the save.
Speaking of freestyle earlier, I can see some decent moves being done right now by Venom. And the air control he has on his vehicle is extremely nice. He knows how to stall. He knows how to keep the ball in control right here, but Fever also knows how to tackle him down.
As we do see a bit more defense being set up right now. SMW goes for the solo play. Venom gets the demo. Doorway's open. Kami slams it shut.
There was a beautiful opening, but they couldn't make that much out of it. Again, Venom got a beautiful opening right here, but Team Renegades...
SMW,
Very close.
Venom has a chance.
But no,
Venom
they
gets
go
it
for
in.
Venom.
Oh, what a clutch goal right there. Again from Venom. A star is being born in my eyes, at least. I don't know about everyone here, but look at the placement of that shot right in the top. You can't save that.
You cannot save that. And 2 minutes, and watch out, because the start of these rounds are always favored in the Renegades side, and there it goes. Speaking about Renegades being always favored in the start of the round, CJ was almost going to score another lovely goal for Team Falcons.
Venom again, straight down the
There it
middle.
goes.
Ooh, Kami was there this time. Look, under 2 minutes left. Next goal could be the decider. It's going to be so important right now for either of these teams to get that offensive pressure. At the moment, Renegades look to be setting themselves up, but all you need is one errant touch and it can go the other way.
A minute and a half so far on the timer is all we got right now for Renegades to score another goal and win it for
CJ!
Australia.
CJ!
Falcons!
Oh, what a
Wait.
slice! It's another shot he's known for, though.
I'm not
He
even
will
gonna
always
continue.
look to come from these side angles, cross up defenses, and put it in. CJ may have just given Renegades the tournament win.
I was just talking. They took it at the tip of my tongue. I was just saying, Renegades, they have a minute and a half in order to score their goal, or, and full stop. I didn't even continue, or Falcons might, but no. Renegades immediately get a pretty nice goal.
Yeah, but I don't want to count Falcons out yet at all. They can bring it back. Shots on target. Fever with the save. Venom's already there. Pass back to the middle. CJ barely got that touch. Had CJ missed that, it would have been a goal out of Twiz.
My man. How scary Fever is right now in his car, playing very aggressively. And it's always that player that, you know what, that makes you ask that question you asked earlier for Venom. How did Venom get there? How many times have we asked him during this series? How did Kami and how did Fever get there?
Oh, that's a good pass down to Kami as well. Shot down the middle.
See,
Renegades with the 2-goal lead.
Lovely 3-1 right now by Renegades. Getting closer and closer to that win. Now all they're gonna do is stall for that minute. Okay, they scored 3-1. We call it the max strat, as you said. They're doing their best in order to try and get goals one after one, but 55 seconds is all Australia needs to win the showdown against MENA region.
The most I've seen in under a minute was 5 goals, all by one player, to take it to overtime. It is doable. Can they pull it off here? 50 seconds remaining right now. Falcons cannot afford a misstep. They cannot afford a mistake. They need a goal on this attack. Keep your eyes on Venom. Before I was talking Twiz, no, it's all Venom now. Going up for the shot, but loses out on the challenge.
30 seconds right now with the timer between Team Falcons and Team Renegades right now. It's only 30 seconds on the timer as Team Renegades are now taking it up to the next level. 25 seconds on the time, and there goes the demolition twist, and in front of it might be the best shot right now for Comedy to try and take it 2 players off the field. Should have been an easy goal for Team Renegades, but SMW saves the day for Falcons.
As we do see a little setup again, shot underneath, not quite there. 10 seconds remaining. Count it down, everyone, live here at Expo 2020, because in 3 seconds, 2, 1, the Renegades have done it. They have claimed redemption for Oceania, and they win at Expo 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners for this event are now Renegades. Australia wins it against Mana Region.
That said, Venom, MVP of the series.
That's it, Venom. That's it, Venom.
I mean, yes, the Renegades win. Yes, the Renegades stepped up. They got redemption for our, Oceania.
Who was your favorite, Cammy or Fever in the series?
Fever.
Fever, right?
Fever. Okay, Kami's positioning was fantastic, don't get me wrong, but the mechanics that we saw out of Fever, I didn't have a chance to properly explain it for those of you who might have been watching Rocket League for the first time, but what Fever was doing with the ball was insane. However, I still say it, Venom. Venom was just next level, and I think Falcons Esports, they've been playing as this team of 3 for 2 months. Renegades have been playing as that lineup for over a year and a half.
Yeah, and since we're done with the games, it's now the time to thank everybody that came out here at the Australian Pavilion. Would like to thank Australian Pavilion, would like to thank Global Victoria, Creative Victoria, and Order Gaming. So thank you guys so much. You made this happen. You guys are all amazing, and thank you so much for being here tonight. And Max, I would like to thank you for being an amazing colleague one more time. I swear that this is the first time that I see this man today, and the synergy between us has been insane. He deserves a raise. This man is insanely good, and it's my honor to be with you on this stage.
So are you, Morgan. That was fantastic. And thank you as well, everyone watching on that Twitch stream as well, for tuning in and watching this event. I know that's maybe where more of the hardcore fans are right now. I hope you enjoyed this show. I hope you appreciate, that, hey, because that last series was played in Southeast Asia, ping was a little bit higher than normal, but still, these players delivered.
And one more time, ladies and gentlemen, this has only been possible because of all your support, and for everyone watching on Twitch, you guys are insanely good. One more time, thank you, my man Max right here. I was with you, my name is Morgan, and we were right here at the Australian Pavilion at Dubai Expo 2020. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day!
Yeah, let's get down. Get down low.
All right, okay, come on. Let's do it. On the count of 3, I want everybody's hands up, okay? Let's go, yellow. It's a video or a picture?
Yeah, it's a video. I'll do it.
What's the video? Go ahead.
Okay.
Video it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, this has only been possible for the beautiful people of the Australian Pavilion! Right here at Dubai Expo, you guys are insanely cool!
Thank you so much.